Good day, adventures. This is more Drunken Blade, and we're back with another Kinship's Destiny. Let me pick up my dog because that's really important. That's like one of the most important things about the whole mission tonight is picking up your dog. This is going to be session number 7, Cragmaw Nights. Should be interesting. But let's get rolling with what happened last week. If you're not watching us, we're here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. 8 Central Time, 9 Eastern Time. Don't ask me about Mountain Time or the time in Korea. You can Google those. Take it away, Sabrina.
All right. Okay, so previously on Kinship's Destiny, Endymion Maluks decided to have a night out on the town, never minding the heavy rain. This leads them first to wish for some good luck at the Shrine of Luck, then off to the Lion Shield's coaster, where they inform Miss Greywind of the missing inventory they found and left in the woods. After a pleasant yet rushed goodbye, the pair took off to make the bad decision of the night. They stake out the sleeping giant inn at Malux's suggestion. They, however, do not go unnoticed and are approached by the owner of the sleeping giant, who scolds them on their lack of discretion. And Endymion, who does his best to play it cool, or rather play it dumb, he is unsuccessful, and they are told to skedaddle or else. The pair decide it's best to listen and leave the dealings of the tavern for another day. They, however, are stopped by a friendly yet skittish little halfling who tells them the sleeping giant is the Red Brand's tavern, and that they are so dangerous that they even kidnapped a woman and her child after killing the husband. The next morning, the girls wake up to find a note from the boys across the hall that they have gone out. But as it's already morning, they are both in their rooms when Kithwin rushes over to scold them also. After short explanations, it is decided that the priority is to get supplies. This will be a theme. The party heads downstairs for breakfast, where Endymion notices a Red Brand cloaked man figure sitting by, just waiting till he got there because he instantly left. He relays this to the group that really doesn't react. Everyone disperses to go to set up. What did I write here? The party disperses, and Shanoa is sent to the stables, where she finds her brother, our long lost Thornton, who was has not been seen since his misadventure with Shanoa. Upon Shanoa returning from the stables, it is noticed that one of her eyes has turned red. During the conversation with her brother, words were said that only furthered the rift between the siblings. Words like kinslayer. I'm sorry. I'm just a bit long. After the altercation, Thornton then decides to deal with Miss Greywind, as she informs him that she is sending her people to collect the inventory and that the party is free to go home. On Shanoa's way back, as the eye is noticed, she is also comforted by the other girls and told that they are there for her and to go inside, that they would deal with the approaching Thornton, who would have a heart-to-heart with Miss Kithwin and would lead to an apology to the group. With the party now back together, the group sets off on the much anticipated shopping trip, which leads to the group splitting. Some go with Kithwin to her father's friend's shop. Others go to Rita's. Some go to the apothecary. Books are picked up. Crystals are picked up. Some spicy books are picked up. And the group is finally ready to head out and meet up with Glimmer, who promptly finds them, though scaring them a little with the wolf, and informing them that indeed their uncle is in the hideout. And that's all. And that's all I got for you guys today.
Yay!
Nope. Awesome. Thank you. And up in the left-hand corner, Endymion, how are you doing today, sir? You're doing well, but you're muted.
Yeah, I was like, I hit the button on my mic. I'm trying to. I was like, yeah, I'm doing well. Just got back from the doctor's office and whatnot. But yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Charles. I would say I am Dave. I am playing Endymion. Hopefully, get better at as. He's a little rapscallion of a rogue. And let's see what kind of mischiefs he ends up today, since he hasn't been to a castle before.
Awesome. Kithwin, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Kithwin Nightbottle, halfling, barmaid / monk / once again, mom of the party. Today I'm just hoping nobody tries to kill anybody else, and we get to our goal. We help out the uncle, and finally maybe come back and have some normal time. But we'll see. Also, very happy to see our Glimmer back. So it's gonna be a good night.
Awesome. Thordrin, what's going on, buddy? We're all muted today.
That's all good. Thordrin, nature cleric, and I am here.
All right, Shanoa, how are you doing tonight?
Hanging in there. I'm currently alive in the game.
I'll fix it.
Don't worry. Yeah, but otherwise, everything's good. Remember, my mom's cool.
Malukes?
Greetings, I am Malukes. Behold my miraculous unmuting powers. I am your Dragonborn Wild Magic Sorcerer. Prepare for hot searching action!
He is definitely coming out of their kind of cocoon, let's just say.
I've had very little sleep today. Let's do this.
Miss Sabrina.
Hi everyone, I'm playing Sabrina, and Sabrina right now is kind of just busy with her handwork. So she's more focused on that.
Okay.
Handwork?
Handwork?
Question mark? What is
She's
handwork?
making something. She's making something. Like
Okay.
she's working on something with her hands.
And I was like embroidery,
all middle schoolers here.
crochet. I wasn't going there. I was just like, what is handwork? I was like, are you practicing the wizard moves? Like,
I'm going with wand, so no.
Again, we're all middle schoolers
Swish
here.
and flick.
Yes. So when we left off specifically, the party had made their way down to an area where they were going to meet Glimmer, our little goblin friend. Glimmer had taken the disguise somehow in the form of a cloak of a wolf. Thordrin did fire at this wolf, and with just cause to do it. Didn't know what was going on. Unfortunately, missed AC by 1, but fortunately enough, as the wolf jumped into the air straight at Kithwin, transformed into goblin with a big giant hug. I missed you. I'm glad you made it.
I'm glad you made it. Look at you.
The Uncle Gundren's, he's there. I'm not sure exactly where he's at. He's probably with the king.
Who's the king?
King Grohl.
King Grohl.
That's who asked for him. But I think he's like, if you're looking at the castle, he's probably really far back, because I know they like to have all kinds of like defenses and other people that are like in there, other goblins and hobgoblins and stuff, and they're kind of weary because they haven't heard back from the hideout. All the guys that are not here anymore from the hideout, they're worried, and they're expecting goods any time now. But I had to run away because there's a goblin there. He's a little bit bigger. And his name is Tux, and he kind of herds the extra wolves that we have and stuff, and he has a big whip, and he's really mean to him. I don't like him, but it's about.
Whoa.
What's that?
Oh, he sounds terrible.
I don't like him. He's from another clan. It's about 320. No, it's about 1,600 decameters away through the forest. There's no clear path because it's all overgrown.
Okay, looks like we're gonna have to walk some of it then.
Is King Grull a goblin like you, or?
Oh no.
Or a goblin in general.
No, he's a big old nasty bugbear.
Oh,
Oh, another one of those.
Yeah, he has a big old. His dog's name's Snarl.
Is Snarl really mean?
Snarl's pretty mean. Snarl beats up all the other wolves.
Oh, that's not nice at all. I bet Toothjaw was glad to get away from there.
Yeah, probably. And it's TYSK, just as a note.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. You've done such a great job.
Yeah, look at my muscle.
Let me see.
Sabrina
look at that.
Sabrina showed me some stuff, and I don't have a dagger yet, but I've been throwing these sticks. But it's getting kind of dark. You might want to get off the road.
Good idea. I'll call up. Let's pull over. Maybe find a place to park this thing. Maybe. Do we want to attack at night, or do we want to make camp and attack in the morning?
No.
I know that's your vote, Thorjan. Everybody else in the group, what do you think?
Well, if they're looking for a report from the hideout, we better make do, because the longer that they don't hear anything, the more antsy they'll probably be.
That's a good point. And Demian, Maluk, Sabrina, what are you guys' thoughts?
Well, I'm wired enough for this. Let's do it. At this point, might as well see the whole thing through.
I mean,
And I think
if everybody's up for it, I'll tag along and everything, and just make sure it's.
So there's no
careful. We can't see that well.
No real direct trail there. If there was at a point in time, it's completely been overgrown. There are small game trails that weave in through the forest, probably getting you in that direction that you need to go. But again, you guys are on the edge of this roadside leading into a thick, overgrown thickets and forest. It's going to be hard making it through there, but you can do it. It's probably going to take you about twice as long as what you would think to get there. In that terms, if it's 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, or it's 6 o'clock now, it's starting to maybe just get a little bit dark, only because of this forest is so tall and so big. Once you make it into the forest, it's going to get dark relatively quickly. So we're going to have to do some checks to make sure you guys are on the right path. And I encourage each and every one of you, I'm looking at each and every one of you, even through your little people that I can't see.
Oh no, it's Snarl, run.
Yeah. I absolutely need you guys to use your skills. I need to know what you're doing while you're doing this, because I'm not going to guess for you. We're all seasoned players at this point. So you help yourselves. You need to go basically almost due north, let's just say, about 10 miles.
Can I roll a survival to kind of, read the sky, read the area, just see, according to what Glimmer tells, what would be the best way to go? And then I'll ask Thorjan, hey, Thorjan, would you be able to help me with that? Just because, you know nature better than I do.
Comes to tracking goblins, I got you. And I'll look down at Glimmer and sorry.
He means the bad ones.
I do mean the bad ones.
Well, it rained. It did rain last night, but I've been here for a few hours. I kind of hid out most of the day once I got back over here. But if you go into the forest just a little ways, it's going to take a few minutes. You might be able to put your big cart in there, but that's and kind of hide it off the road. But after that, once we get closer, there probably should be enough tracks and stuff like that. They kind of go on hunting sprees and things like that periodically, but that's usually at nighttime.
Okay. With the advantage from the help, it was only about a 14.
Now, do you guys want to double check all our gear and stuff we're taking? I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave one of my heavier stuff in the carts and just take what I need.
Also, Glimmer, what were your plans? Did you want to hang out here till we got back, or?
I guess I could watch the cart. I'm really good at that.
You are really good at that. I'll count on you to watch the cart and make sure the oxen don't run off. Yeah.
As that's being handled, Sabrina would pull one of her daggers, flip it, and hand it to Glimmer. It's like, in case you need something a little harder than sticks.
Whoa, Sabrina, are you gonna be okay? Only having like 8,000 daggers left?
I'll be fine with my 25 left. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Plus, I'm pretty sure she got 2 hands, so she might need another one for the other one, so it doesn't feel empty.
You have an obnoxious amount of daggers.
Yes, you have to have an even amount. You can't have odds.
Fine.
No odds.
She pulls one out from a spot you guys don't even like, from like the rib cage. Like, how did she get that in there? And hands it to Glimmer.
Totally.
In case you lose the first one.
She thanks you and then kind of like goes over, literally jumps inside the cart. First kind of burlap sack she sees. She's just going through it and starts pulling out jerky and stuff like that, and just sits there and just starts nibbling on jerky.
I reach into my bag and pull out a spare water skin, fill it up, and go, in case you get thirsty.
Okay, thank you. And then we'll just have Toothjaw just kind of circling the area. Nothing more, nothing less. So with a 14, it definitely looks like the rains have passed. Again, these are probably 75, 100, 150 foot trees. Okay, we're going to mark them as some type of pine trees with the brush undercover. Kind of, you can make your way through it. It's just a straight path is going to be impossible. It's going to be this kind of thing. The forest floor is not only covered with bramble and bushes that might actually aid in at least some hiding abilities, but it's also covered with pine needles, making it right now, it's a little quiet because it's still a little moist from the recent rainfalls. But other than that, you should be able to make it. Anybody just looking into the forest, you're going to hear natural forest sounds, maybe even some kind of that juxtaposition between some of these daytime forest creatures and these nighttime forest creatures, just a little bit, not too much at this point. Cicada again, crickets and other random bugs making noises in the forest, the hum of bees. That's really about it. But you got a pretty good bearing on at least the first 200 feet or so, 300 feet into the forest. And we're not going to do 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet. We're not going to do checks like that. We're just going to do them as I see fit as we go.
Okay, guys, how should we? What's our marching order? Should we put the casters in the middle?
Yeah, that's just a caster thing. I mean, you guys can't see that well at night, so if I can lead up ahead, I got that. Investigative.
Anybody have any sources of light that they can cast?
I don't know, but I do have a lantern that we can use at some point. But
He holds up his hand and just goes, "I got light. Who wants it?"
Well, I think you're the only one that can't see in the dark, so maybe you should have it.
Well, I also can't see in the dark, so I if you want, you can put it on my staff.
Yeah, sure. Malux just reaches over, taps the tip of your staff, and just kind of starts glowing like a torch. Just let me know when you feel like we're getting close enough. I'll.
Actually, I need you to. No.
Uh-oh.
Are we getting ambushed again?
No. I think my choice of putting it on the quarterstaff was a bad idea.
Yeah. When you start to cast your spell onto the quarterstaff,
Oh boy, consequences.
It doesn't seem to be taking.
Sometimes
Try it
just
again.
the tip doesn't work.
Try it again. Try it again.
Well,
Check my
you're
hand.
doing
I
it
have
on
a
the
torch.
staff
If anyone, I
specifically?
have a torch if you want to do that.
I was gonna say, as he's doing that, I'm like pulling out the torch and like the flint and stuff, and I'm like breaking up the torch. Like,
Malux checks his hand and goes, "Is this thing on?" And it just starts waving it back and forth.
you know what? Why don't you try something else?
Taps his own shirt.
It doesn't. It seems like it wants to start, and then it kind of like fades out.
On the shirt as well?
Oh no! On the shirt, sure. On a shirt.
now,
How about?
Dude,
Malux is a glow
Sure.
stick, and I am confused in looking at the staff.
Okay.
Shirt, staff. What?
I think, and she'll like lean into Malux. I think there might be something kind of weirdly magic going on with me. I don't want to get into it right now necessarily, but maybe we can talk about weird magic stuff later.
Yeah, sure. Also, thanks for stage whispering up to me. I mean, height difference and all.
Yeah.
okay, here's some torches, and
That's my torch. As you
There
can
we go.
see, I have a torch.
So you proceed.
I'll take a torch. Thank you.
And what was our marching order as it pertains to right this minute?
I mean, Thordrin would be out towards the front with his shield out.
Okay, Thordrin, and then who's after Thordrin? And you guys can be. Keep in mind, this doesn't have to be a line. This can be a jagged form going through. You don't all necessarily, unless you want to, weave out and in somebody. Oh, this might be an easier path, so they go this way. But just a general. Who's next after Thordrin?
I have a pretty strong passive perception, so I'll be towards the back just in case something comes round. So if anything is sneaking back behind me, an 18 hopefully should catch it.
So you're behind
Maybe.
Thordrin, or all the way at the back?
I'm going to hang towards the back just so I can be able to catch something if something pulls around to the back.
Sure. Who's right after Thordrin?
I am after Thordrin, a little bit off to the right of his.
Okay.
I'll be dead middle.
And I'll be in the back.
Where's Maluk's at?
I'm so sorry. Everyone was saying I'll be in the back. So what's our order?
So far, I've got Thordrin, Endymion, Shanoa. Then it's left with Sabrina and Kithwin.
I'll probably be walking alongside Kithwin.
I'll be next to Sabrina.
Okay. I'm gonna randomly say that it's Thordrin then. Then it's Sabrina. Then it's Kithwin. And I'll clump you. And why don't we go ahead and roll some perception checks? I need one individual today. I need a group. So your individual, Thordrin?
Individual is 24.
Okay. Group?
And also 24. That's 19 and 19. That's kind of awesome.
I do need one more from you.
One more perception check.
Yep.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay. How about Endymion? You're just
I got
party.
Yeah, I got a nat 20 for a 24 on the individual and a 19 for the group.
And I need one more from you as well.
Perception or
Yes.
17.
Shinoa. Oh yeah,
It-
Shinoa.
10 individual, 24 group.
Maluks.
18 and 8.
Sabrina's was a 14 and a 20, and Kithwin's is
Individual is 21 and
Mhm.
group is 18.
We are so perceptive.
you guys are good to go. Kithwin, give me one extra one as well.
That's a 14 on the extra.
So as you guys are making your way through, kind of weaving through this forest, a little bit of moisture still lingers in the air. It's not like it's a mist or anything like that. As you get deeper and deeper, the more small gnats and things like that seem to start coming out. Not so much mosquitoes or anything, just kind of like these little gnats that kind of get in your face a little as you're kind of making your way through. Every once in a while, somebody happens to step on a stick. Are we moving through this at our normal speed?
Well, if it's that thick, we're kind of going to be slowed up anyway, aren't we?
Is it considered difficult terrain?
I'm not going to say it's difficult terrain unless you want to go straight through it.
No,
It's
I
just
think we're going to be weaving, just
Okay.
trying to find our way through.
At your normal pace?
I'd say yeah.
I would not say no because she did mention that there's going to be like hunting parties and stuff going on.
Oh no, that's
So,
true.
I was going to say
That's true.
after a while, Ordrin, with my nemesis stuff that you and I talked about, I would like to try to see if I can get a beat on
Okay.
any particular goblin tracks in the area
Okay.
and how many of them, if
So
possible.
we are not going stealthy and staying healthy.
I am. I don't know about
Loud
these.
and proud.
I thought we are. So we're not. I thought we were.
I mean, if you want to say you're doing stealth, I'd say do stealth.
That's
I-
up to you
So-
guys.
I would
Well,
lean
I want to
towards
see the results of this roll first. Because if I don't,
You still want to?
I'm in the back with Kithwin and Malux because they don't
Give me
have
all the help.
dark vision and I do. So
Okay,
I come back with
let's
you
just
guys.
make it easy. Let's just make it easy on everybody. Ordrin, give me a stealth check.
yep, that would be a 18.
And Divian, give me a stealth check with advantage.
$25 with advantage.
Shanoa.
All right, with disadvantage. An 18.
Okay. Who's holding the torch, by the way?
I was given a torch.
Okay.
I think I was gonna give mine to Malux because I had mine, and I can see in the dark.
But he's got.
I was planning on stuffing it out once we got closer, but I mean,
Okay. Well, we'll just say one torch is lit and you're carrying it. Malux, what's your stealth check?
An uncharacteristic 22.
Sabrina.
19.
18.
Kithwin.
with disadvantage because of the torch.
No.
No. Okay.
No, this is just you. This is just you working your way through the forest.
Eight.
I got this big beacon over my head.
I will also like to say I have my sword drawn. Shield, no.
Okay.
Shield is still on the back, but sword, because I don't know how dense it is, so it's probably hacking some of the stuff as we're.
No problem. Let me look at something really quick.
I love that. I'm a halfling. I have some proficiency in stealth, and that I still rolled super goddamn low on that.
I had disadvantage. and rolled.
The dice gods giveth, the dice gods taketh away.
It's gonna be a good night.
It's time for some slaying and some
Well,
slack.
it makes sense that the person with the giant beacon of light would have the stealth roll.
So as you guys have been traveling, and it seems to be taking you a little bit longer than expected. I would like for Thornton to give us a survival check.
Is it for the goblins in particular?
Just a survival check.
Okay.
If only you were still a druid and you had passed without a trace.
The survival check is a 21.
Okay.
16 plus 5.
You start to be picking up some stars. There are no clouds. The moon is not up yet, or it might not even come up at all. Somebody could give a nature check if they want. But you can kind of pinpoint a couple of stars in the sky, and you're like, okay, I'm going to keep following that direction. It seems to be the correct direction.
23 on the nature check.
The moon will come up. The moon probably will come up in an hour or two. And it's only going to be about a quarter of a moon. So it's not going to be a lot of light. It's a little less than dim light, but maybe we'll treat it as dim light once we get
waxing or waning.
It's going to be a waxing. So tomorrow it will be a little less.
Got it.
Or a little more.
That's important.
But as you're kind of going along, you're kind of going in and out, you are picking up, Thordrin, random. Keep in mind, this is covered with pine needles for the most part. But as you get closer to the trees, there are a little bit areas that are kind of cleared out. You might even find some small areas that look like small game trails, like a rabbit trail or something like that. You might find a random goblinoid footprint. They're not very distinct. You can barely make them out. They don't really, right at this point right now, they're not leading in a direction. You'll find one looks like, oh, that's going north. And then the other one, you're like, oh, that's going west. A little scattered. But remember, it rained. This area may have not been occupied by goblins for at least a few days or something like that. But they're starting to get more abundant. About 3 or 4 miles, 4 to 5 miles has gone by. What are you guys doing? You believe through Thordrin's ability to perceive not only where you're going, but because of his inclination towards nature, that the moon should be up in probably another hour or so, or at least some portion of it. It is still relatively dark in this forest. You do have a torch that is going, but that torch is about to go out just by natural torch burning. What are you guys all doing?
I'm definitely going to go ahead and snuff out the last bit of the torch because I feel like we're probably going to start getting close. And I'm going to try and stick close enough to people with magical sources of light just so that I can still see a little bit. But I'm now starting to get a bit more dependent on the group as we're going through.
Malukes?
Yeah, I guess I'll put, as the torch goes out, I'll just kind of hang back a bit, bring out the small bead, and just hold it up in my hand as we continue forward.
Okay. And that's a 10-foot radius, right?
I will put light on it just so we can see.
Okay. And that's a 10-foot radius? Yeah. Okay. Making your way through. Anybody else?
It is actually a 20-foot radius with additional 20 feet of
dim light. Right. Okay. 20. Okay. I thought it was 10 and 10. Okay. 20 and 20. Okay. Gotcha. Thordrin.
Yeah.
What you doing?
I would still be trying to do the tracking thing. I kind of got a plan for when we get close, though. So if I start picking up any kind of signs that we're coming up on it, I just need to know that. But yeah, I am sticking with the tracking thing. That's the best thing I got right now. So
Okay. Yes, sir.
No, just in Damian, we're just motioning to Thordrin. If you need any help investigating, just let me know what you're specifically looking for, and I'll help you with that. Because I know they should be being active soon if they're going to be going out. So just let me know. Put those strings to good use.
I just kind of like nod and I'll let you know if I need something. But for now, and he kind of like goes like almost like a bloodhound, like nose to the ground, and that would be a 24 survival check.
What you notice? Go ahead. Yes,
Well,
sir.
I was going to say, you said at the beginning when we were in the forest, there was the typical forest animal sounds, bugs, crickets, and all that. Is that still going on?
It is. Some of the larger ones have kind of in the deeper portion of it, or it's mostly you pick up a lot of flies and stuff like that. Maybe just because of the moisture that's in the air is still cumulative within the forest because you're deep into it. There's a little less crickets and things like that. You look on the ground and see a random centipede. You see some spider webs. Things like that. A random bird, a blue jay flies by. It maybe a squirrel or something like that. But again, this is you're now into night, so you may hear the clicking sounds of a bat flicker by, and
But there are still sounds of like nature ambiance. Okay.
yeah. I mean, you see a small bat, Maluk's, a moth is drawn to your light, and this bat out of nowhere just comes by and just picks it off right in front of you. But Thordrin, as you're kind of moving yourself forward, you're getting this overwhelming feeling like there's something up here. It's
Okay.
not that you're getting a feeling that it is an entity of any type. It's more like you start to see a couple of downed trees that have been cut down.
Okay.
It starts to be a little bit more grassy. And about 15 to 20 feet in front of you, you can make out what looks to be a fire pit, just a round ring of rocks, and a carcass of a deer that has been hung in the tree. That's really about what you see right now. And it's kind of behind a giant log. You probably have to go over the log to see much more.
And I'm not like the fire pit is not lit, I'm guessing.
No,
Okay.
I would tell you if there's a fire blazing in a small fire pit. No, there's nothing. Just you see this
Okay.
fire, a distinct
All right.
feature.
I'll kind of head over there. Well, I'll tell the group, there seems to be a camp up there, and I kind of make my way up to it, and I check out the deer. Like, can I tell how old it is? Is it hours, days? Like,
Give me a quick nature check.
okay.
Or
Did you tell us to hold back so that you can go do your thing?
Well, I told you that it's there. I wouldn't presume to tell y'all what to do. Thornton is kind of one track minded right now. So. But that is a 19 on the nature check.
okay. Even with your specific skill or skill set, you can see the rough cuts and ramshackle attempt to kind of process a deer. Most of it's probably left there. It's kind of more hacked at than like a really nice drawn and quartered animal. You can tell that it's been here since it's been raining, so that's at least one full day. It's soaked.
Okay.
There are no flies. There are no flies or anything like that on it.
Okay.
And the area is heavily impacted with goblinoid footprints.
Okay. Does the meat still smell Like, it doesn't smell off at this point, though, right?
It doesn't smell good, but it doesn't smell rotten.
Okay. It will
No
serve
flies
the purpose.
made comp.
I got, there's always a use for meat. So I'll kind of hack some of it off and kind of just wrap it in the leathers and kind of like tuck it away somewhere easily accessible.
Okay.
Glimmer said there was wolves about, so I'll try to get some of the pieces that are like extra bloody still, like wherever, kind of like mop it up on the ground a little bit, just try to get it extra stinky. Ken froze. He chooses the best times to get frozen.
I'm guessing you're grabbing some bits of meat that'll be appealing to the dogs. We'll probably run into later. You're gonna do a good boy. Good boy.
Good boy. Go get it.
It'll either work like that, or it'll be like that scene in Jaws where they're chumming the back and like the shark just pops up.
Just raw.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, like, run faster. They have the taste for meat now.
You just have to run faster than the slowest person.
I was gonna say that's why everybody loves me.
What's everybody's move speed?
25.
35.
30.
Captain Slowly, at your service, sir. Hey, there he is.
Older tech people.
Ken, you're back. And we can.
I don't know if he froze as he bent over or is he.
I was gonna say, kind of looks like he froze again.
He frozen. Hey, did anybody see that Minecraft trailer today?
Dude, between my internet and now his, the day's just wonderful.
All right, so right now we're all kind of huddled in the forest in the dark. We're doing mostly stealth. What's the plan once we reach the castle?
Kill everybody.
Castle. I want to investigate these trees real quick.
What are you looking for in the trees?
Well, I mean, he didn't say if they're chopped down. He just said they're busted down. Do you know how huge something has to be? Or you're muted.
It sounds so. You think like maybe something big came through, like a tank, or more like a big animal?
What is a tank?
It's like one of those really big things, military things. There's tanks in early medieval times. I just can't remember what they were called. It was a type of tank anyway.
Oh, I don't know. There was the story of these elves that like built a horse, and then they all crawled inside of it.
You don't have to go that bad. Remember the story I told you guys of what I saw while I was stealing stuff from the boat? I mean, while I was exploring the boat.
Oh, that's true. There was something weird on the boat, right?
I saw with my spyglass. I'll bring it up right now. See what.
Okay, so I'm the DM now. What are we doing?
Well, we're still moving forward.
We're
to
amassing
the area, right?
the
Oh, we're
5
magically at the
dwarven
castle.
armies.
We didn't run into anything.
I get to
In
level like
reality,
5
I'm going
times
through my
ahead of everyone
inventory.
else.
In real life, I'm actually going through my inventory and saw I have a bag that if you put a rock in it, it makes the rock magical. I don't know what the point of that is, but I love that my inventory.
Oh my god, you could sell them too. They could be like a new collectible.
It
Like
only works for like an
comes out
hour,
and it
apparently.
is shiny. Hey, you only need an hour to get away.
I'd be a charlatan. No.
Charlatan's actually my favorite background. So
Did we hang out the goods that you guys were able to procure?
I was gonna ask. I have some of that stuff still in my bag, so I do have that healer.
Oh, it's in your
Who
bag.
wanted that?
yep, that's all we got.
I would have gotten the crystals and the string that I have in my stuff because I'm doing something.
Okay, cool.
Why-
Like,
why would
if
say
you
that
need
in a funny
me to
way?
hold on to that stuff, that's cool. but if you got it, then you got it.
Above game, all I bought was booze and porn. So hey,
Hey!
Welcome to the game. Roll for initiative.
All I brought was booze and porn. Oh, that's in the game. All right, maybe I can get
No,
switched back.
she said in the game, but I'm fairly certain that's like a art imitating life thing.
Yeah, everything went
Yes,
for some strange
Who
reason.
buys
Everything
porn?
went down. So,
especially when you discover webtoons.
Oh God, no!
Down, girl.
It's great.
where did I leave you guys off at? I'm sorry.
We met.
we were collecting. Thorgrin was collecting meat from the deer.
Okay. Anything else you want to do with that, Dordrin?
Oh,
Endymion?
I want to investigate the trees if they were either busted down or chopped
Yeah,
down.
Kidwin was sitting here talking
They were
about
chopped down.
tanks.
Oh, chopped down? Okay, cool. But they
Probably
left without collecting.
the largest of them to be honest with you, the largest of them was fallen. It just fell down, an old tree, rotten, something like that. But the other trees that kind of line this area and that make up this kind of scaffolding have all been chopped down. None of them are probably much bigger around than a coffee can. So for those of you who do not know what a coffee can is, it's about this big around.
Okay, so where we are we in like a low point or like?
No, it's just kind of the whole
Kind of
terrain
flat.
kind of
Okay.
goes out. The only other real feature you can kind of guys from this area is that just a little bit farther on, it does kind of drop just a little bit, but you can't see what's beyond that. That's really about it. It just looks
Okay.
like it kind of drops a little bit.
So at this point, do all of the goblin tracks lead in a direction? Like
They
a
still
more
kind of
solid
branch.
direction?
They kind of branch out. The majority of them go over towards this kind of drop area, maybe another 20 feet or so, this little drop area, and then kind
Okay.
of disappear.
So I'll kind of motion to everybody else that that they're heading that way, and I'll kind of try to be a little more stealthy as I'm tracking them. And I just need to know the first that we get signs of this actual building, whenever that happens.
So as you're making your way over to this kind of like little bit of a drop area. As you're making your way over towards that, it looks like the grass is really beaten down in an area. It kind of forms like a natural little concave. And as you get over there, it's a little slippery, not anything worth rolling for, except for Shanoa when Shanoa decides they're going to get over there. But you can see it goes down, and there's a very, very slow moving amount of water. It's moving so slow that it's natural, but it's not even making much of a sound at all until you get over. You barely hear like a little water going by. There are no tracks on the other side.
Okay, are there signs that maybe they have gone? Well, is this clean water? Or is it like?
Are you standing there? You're just looking at it, not in it?
Yeah.
So just looking at it, it looks to be clear, clean, flowing water. There may be some signs of some algal growth. It seems to be a muddy bottom.
Okay.
So I'm thinking one of the ways you would want to hide where your hideout is you would go to the stream and then walk in some direction in the stream to cover your footprints, right? So now we need to figure out if it's that way or that way, seeing as they didn't make it across.
Shape water, change the direction of the flow to reverse, and basically create a clear space, see if there's any deep set tracks in where the quote-unquote riverbed is.
There are no tracks. It's fine, silty mud.
Okay. The tracks just end here.
There's no rocks in it. It's this very fine, silty mud.
So
I mean, if it's that silty, if they've been walking in it as the river goes through, it would immediately erase any tracks. That's why I'm thinking they were walking in the stream at some point in some direction. Which direction, I don't know.
Thordrin, give me another nature check.
okay.
Right. Make sure you guys are using your skills.
Ooh, that's
I was using my in real life skill, logic.
that is an 18 plus 5, sir.
Okay. So looking at this looks like a naturally occurring stream. Thinking back to yesterday and the torrential downpour that there was, you can distinctly see the buildup of small sticks and branches that have been pushed down to a height of about 2.5 to 3 feet, at like a bank level. But below that, the water is, like I said, it's about 2 or 3 feet below that, 2.5 feet below that. So you're like, I'm good at searching for these, these tracks. But if they went down this and this is kind of silty, they got washed out last night.
So this steep hill that I'm gonna probably fall down. Is
Watch
it
it, watch.
is it blatantly like steep?
It's not steep. It's just kind of silty slick. It's definitely there though.
What if, as I try to traverse it, I use my sword kind of as a cane to?
Oh yeah,
Right?
just dull your sword. Yeah, sure, just dull it. Nobody cares about an old sword.
Dude, like, as she's doing that, Thordrin is like giving her the evil eye, like,
Fine. I put my shield down and slide down like a sled.
Yay, the Legolas.
Yay, just scratching the piss out of it. Yeah. All right. That's the last time I give you any fancy shit.
It's a shield.
It wasn't going to stay pristine when it was
Yeah.
being hit by other
Yeah.
weapons.
it's a dwarf made
I can
shield.
buff it out.
Right, we got
Yeah.
somebody with mending.
We got mending. We
I'm
got
camp-
that cantrip buff out.
I just walk across.
Turtle
That's
walks.
That's Thordrin's cantrip. Buff out.
So which way do you guys want to go? Upstream or downstream? It is upstream is more north.
Yeah, I was about to ask which way is more north is, since their directions say north-ish.
So the water is going in a southerly direction. So upstream would be north.
I'm
Alright,
sorry,
let's-
did I miss
let's
the part?
follow
Are we
upstream.
supposed to be going towards north, right? Okay.
Kind of a
To the
northerly
north
direction.
way.
You look up at the stars in that open area and you're like, well, that's the stars that I was pinging on. That's kind of the way this goes. Let's go that way.
I was going to say, it would be in very Thordrin fashion where he's not really sure what to do. You just see him kind of grab on his holy symbol of Sylvanas and just, yep, that way, and just kind of trusts it and just goes with it. And
I'm guessing we don't have the Big Dipper, and like the stars are different.
no, you have the dwarven tankard over that way, the big tankard and the little tankard.
But you can still do the whole 5-finger
We're
thing
about
to
to-
find
we're
the North
about to
Star,
whiz.
like a good Girl Scout.
We're about to pull a Riz navigating this forest.
All right, hold on. How do the dwarves know about constellations? Don't they always live underground?
You know, for one, that's kind of racist. For two, you met me living in
Anyways,
Floodblessed.
let's keep going.
I'm living in Floodblessed right now. That's not underground. That's a generalization.
As you make your way up, as soon as you get into this water, it's only about 6 inches deep, but it's very silty. So your feet sink in probably another 3 or 4 inches. Just watching as somebody walks ahead of you and steps back, you can see that the silt kind of fills in that area relatively quickly. There's still a little indentation, but you can see like probably another hour or so that indentation would be gone. This is like a really good way to hide my tracks. Is probably the best thought you guys are getting.
How high is the water?
The water's
Like-
only about 6 inches.
6 inches? Okay. I'm just trying to do the math in my head of how worried Kith would be about how high the water is.
Oh, it's
At
chest
3
high
feet.
on you. No.
Yeah. She'll just to be on the safe side, she'll be like, Luke's, you don't mind if I just kind of grab onto your belt, do you?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Kind
No.
of weird.
I'm
to me,
having
but-
flashbacks to the water that knocked us over earlier.
What makes you think I'm going to be able to stand up to that?
You're like my height plus you're like my height, like I'm half your height. You're basically 2 of me. At least you'd still have a head above water if something hit.
Wow.
You guys-
Yeah, no, you have a point there, I guess.
Making your way upstream. Are you still in the same order that you were in?
Yes.
Yeah, and I would probably. Am I getting any kind of inkling that we are getting close?
You feel like you're almost at that 10-mile mark.
Okay, so at that point, I would probably like motion back to Kithwin and Malux to just kind of like.
As you start making your way through this water again, another good hour and a half has gone by. You're kind of trudging through the water. It's not the quietest thing in the world, but it's okay. You start to pick up what you start to hear is falling water, like a little bit of more rushing kind of water sound, and about 30 to 40 feet ahead of you, Thordrin. Are we in the same order that we're in? Okay. Thordrin, about 30 to 40 feet ahead of you, you can distinctly see where there's only about a 12 or a 14-foot kind of a little ledge that water is coming off that ledge into a pool. On the right-hand side of this pool is a kind of a natural area, and you can definitely see little footprints, humanoid or goblinoid footprints in this area, and they kind of go up on a kind of a little pathway. It looks more like now, like in the forest. Nothing that you've seen. This isn't a game trail. This is kind of a pathway. Kind of goes up to the right. So you're about 30 to 40 feet away from that face of this small waterfall.
Okay, so I would definitely make it a point to point that out to everybody so that everybody knows where we're heading.
Okay.
Well, everybody that can see it anyway.
Yeah, and it just kind of rises up a little bit, maybe 4 or 5 feet, then looks like it levels off again back into the forest.
So I would if we're all making our way over there, I would kind of motion for everybody to just kind of hold up. And I would just kind of sneak up that trail just a little bit till I could see like what it crests over, because you said it's uphill, right?
Yeah, just a little bit. So as you start to make your way up this kind of dirt and small stoned area, you can see some distinct layers of mud and clay, and then some stone, and then some really silty sand that goes into this pool. These large clumps of grass kind of overhanging on this little trail that kind of starts up into the forest. As you peek over the top of that, through the forest, you swear that you can see a little glimmer of light, and it's not natural light. So something maybe like a candle or a fire or a torch, something like that.
So I'll kind of like slide back down and kind of huddle up the group and all right, I think we're getting close, yo. So I'm going to do something, and I kind of need y'all not to freak out.
Okay.
And I kind of... So Thorjan has 2 main tattoos. He has his kind of Sylvanas arm, and then he has this other one that kind of always seems to change a little bit. And I kind of start rubbing that one a little bit, and you see that I am going to disguise self to make myself look as because I can, as long as it has the same number of appendages and stuff, I can make myself look like something else. So I'm going to make myself look an awful lot like Glimmer.
How tall are you?
I'm 4 feet.
Okay.
So
Sure.
maybe just a taller Glimmer.
Okay.
Nice. That's new.
Yep.
What's your save on that? 14?
Let me look. So yes, 13. Not 14, 13.
Yes, ma'am.
The goblins they don't speak common when they speak to each other, do they?
I know the
'Cause I
answer.
have a
I'm just
potion.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah, that's because I have a potion that allows me to understand any language for an hour, but like one at a time. So if
Right.
she drinks it and hears that language, she will understand it for an
Right.
hour. So I was wondering if they speak a different language, then that'd be a helpful thing.
In general, the dialects of Goblin and Goblinoid are going to be the same. In syntax, I believe that's the right word. Do they speak common? Yes, they speak common. But it's not common for them if they're just hanging around their buddies to be talking in common. They're going to talk in Goblinoid, hobgoblin, goblin, something of that nature.
Okay, then I will take the potion right before we enter the area because it only lasts an hour.
So kind of retcon something a little bit. How tall are bugbears?
6 foot.
Bugbears are tall.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
6 to 7 foot.
Glimmer is a lot
Yeah,
closer. Than
they're a bit
Cool.
tall.
Yeah.
Okay, so then after I do that, I'll just sit there and you guys will hear me like working on my goblin a little bit, like trying to make it rougher and sound a little bit more like goblin should instead of like people talking goblin. So, and then
So, I'm
and
guessing
then
you're gonna go in first. Maybe scout out. Maybe try and take some people out, or do you just want to rock up all of us
Well,
together
I mean,
with you looking like Macho Man Randy Glimmer?
bam. Really, it's kind of up to you guys at this point. Yeah, it's up to you guys. Like, sorry, working on the voice. Got to get the voice right. Kind of, it's up to you guys what you guys want to do. If you want to stealth back a little bit, except for Shanoa, she's kind of, obnoxiously loud no matter what she does. And then you got Miss Jingle Bottles over there with her 37 million potions. But, whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, so how about this? We let you go in first. You can get a vibe for the place, and then you can give us a signal to come in when you need help. We can try and stash ourselves close by.
Caw.
All right. No, and I'll sit there and I'll kind of like put my hands up like that, and I'll like make like a loon call real quick, and it's like, you hear that? Because there ain't many of them around here. If you hear that, you come running. My light's falling over again.
Okay, just remember, he's supposed to be near the back, but if you can get some information of where exactly he is, it might go a bit smoother.
Yeah, for sure. And with that, I'll just kind of like look at everybody and, all right, don't get caught or nothing. And I'll kind of scurry on my way.
Okay, so hold that scurry on your way. Sabrina, you now. I'm just going to assume you now speak Goblinoid, or you've drank your potion.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've drinking the potion lasts an hour, and I have to listen to them for, I believe, a minute.
that's fine. You've been listening to Thordrin in Goblin, trying to get it down, and then all of a sudden, he's speaking in Goblin, and then all of a sudden, you're like, "Oh, I can understand him now." So,
Unique.
What were you
New York.
saying in
Unique New York?
unique New York, unique New York, unique New York? Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Kiwi water.
Also, there is something going on in my bag currently. Like it
Mhm.
keeps moving, and if you guys notice it, you notice it. Above game, I have the ball of wild earth, and it's sentient on its own. And I have
Oh,
been
that's
trying to
no.
placate it with dirt, but it is no longer placated in my bag. So hopefully it stays in my bag. I'm gonna leave that up to
I
Ken.
love it.
Because it is
Jingle
sentient
bottles,
away from
jingle
me.
bottles, jingle all the
It's
way.
a little tiny ball about that big right now.
Endymion, what are you doing?
Oh man, how far are we from the lights that he's told us about? Is it like
Let's say a football field.
okay? So if
Can't-
it needs
can't-
help,
just because of the forest, couldn't really make out what was beyond it, but could see like a little glimmer of light every kind of once in a while. So there's definitely something, probably a good football field away. Just haven't put eyes on it yet.
Okay. I'm gonna start getting ready, and Demian's gonna start getting ready. He's gonna draw his short bow, have it on hand. Thornton, Turner Thornton, be like, if anything, I can stealthily follow you for a bit, so I could get closer in case shit hits the fans or not, and help you. I don't know, help you with what you need until then, because they were some hunting parties that are gonna come out. So hopefully we don't run into them before you run into the castle. But if you do, I mean, you have to play your ass off to get inside or not. But if it goes bad, I'll be closer behind. I
Oh,
guess.
don't worry. I'll win them over with my loving personality.
Oh, he's being
He's gonna
serious.
die.
Okay,
No, I'm not.
10, 15, 20,
It'll be
25.
I mean, we're
fine.
2 out of
Worst case
3.
scenario, if I get caught, I just start killing people.
Oh, that's just foolproof, isn't it?
Hey, Zimmer said there was no kids in here, so I'm good. And apparently, I think that all goblins have a Boston accent.
I was about to say, nice goblin.
Shanoa,
Yes.
what are you doing?
How far away is Thornton?
Probably not more than about 10 to 15 feet. You guys are in, I'm assuming you're all out of the water, kind of on this little shore or bank area that leads up to this grass. So put you all in there, and then Thornton and Endymion, Thornton first, then Endymion, I'm supposing you're going to make their way up. But what are you doing, Shanoa?
I'm waiting until Thornton gets farther enough away, and I just pull out the flask. I'm like, he's gonna die.
If I'm lucky.
Malukes, what are you doing, sir?
I am chilling and basically just kind of minding my own business. My body is ready.
My body is ready. Let's go wild stuff. Kithwin, what are you doing?
She knows it's probably not the most opportune moment to do this, but she is just curious. So she just has the staff in front of her. She's kind of looking at it and just trying to. She doesn't know how to do magic, but she's just, trying to tap into it just a little bit, just kind of like get its vibe. Can I roll an Arcana just to get a vibe check on my staff?
You can.
Can I provide a help action to that?
Um,
I have
let's
proficiency in
say
Arcana.
actually, I generally would, but for this specific case, I'm going to say no.
All right.
Just for this one though, don't beat me up.
No worries. It's also, she's not being obvious about it either, so I understand that. It's a 12.
You've just remember over the past at least few days, you've seen some odd things happen with these ribbons that were on here. You've got this kind of like, there's something else about this that I'm just not getting. It's, it's an oversized, I mean, it looks identical to like an oversized broom handle. It's not really, it's alder. You can, with that, what you can pick out is that maybe you've added some ribbons to it. These ribbons don't really go with it. And I'm not saying because aesthetically, I'm just saying there's something different about the ribbons that were on it when it was first given to you. That maybe pique your interest. Oh, this must be a piece of grandmother's robe, or maybe this is a part of my mom's favorite bodice, something like
Yeah,
that.
I'm guessing. Yeah, it was like that tradition was like we just kind of wrapped the broom handle on whatever scraps, and then it's like an old family quilt, just like it built up over the years.
Yeah. And you've
I'm sure-
definitely added your own, but yours, there's just something off, and we're going to leave it at that. Okay.
Okay, she's just kind of having a thunk on that while she's keeping an ear out for Thordrin. She's also kind of like crouching and trying to scoot closer.
Thordrin and Endymion, are you moving?
Yes,
Yes, I am.
I'm going to be shadowing him for a bit. For goodness.
Okay. So Thordrin, as you and Endymion make your way up, I'm going to have to ask you to make individual stealth checks.
I was gonna say I would probably motion for Thordrin to like, or not Thordrin, Endymion to like fall back a little bit, like, because I'm not trying to be stealthy. I am trying to get.
You're just
attention.
walking. Not a
Yeah.
problem. Endymion, you're trying to be stealthy, so go ahead and make yourself a stealth check.
I got dirty.
Okay. You guys proceed maybe 10, 15 feet away. You can turn around and probably still see the party. Thordrin, you feel something tug at your leg, and then you hear click, snap, pop, and a bough from a tree whips you in the chest. I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Be nice. That is a 14 plus. You said a dex save
Mm-hmm.
plus 3, so 17.
Okay. You only take 2 points of piercing damage, but you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that one's better. That's a 23.
Okay. Two small little. They're purposely, as you see this bow that's kind of stuck in your chest for a second. You can see that there's purposefully sharpened other twigs that seem to be covered with. If you try to identify or look at it, it kind of smells like dog shit, feces of some sort.
So would that have been a save against being poisoned?
You're fine.
Okay.
Yes, it would have been poisoned.
Got it.
Yeah, you're fine now. It just kind of pricks you. Like I said, just taking 2 points damage. Yes, ma'am.
So we saw that, right? All of us.
You
saw
definitely heard it. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way for me to investigate for more traps? With 17 plus.
Did
In the area that
still
you're
going.
in.
Yeah.
In the area that you're in.
More further along to in the tunnel or the little opening.
It's just you guys are standing in a riverbank. In a small.
okay,
we haven't gone in yet. We're waiting for this
Okay,
signal.
like 10-foot area riverbank that's going to be about head high of everybody that kind of goes up, and they've already gone up that little embankment, heavy grass, and they've kind of made their way kind of to the left. As soon as they made their way kind of to the left, you could hear or see Thordrin in their goblin form, kind of motioning to Endymion to kind of stay back. The goblin turns around and just whack right in the face, right in the chest with this bow held back.
Okay.
he make a sound as he got pierced with dog shit?
Well, you heard the slap on the chest.
You heard the slap, and you immediately heard a fuck.
In goblin.
But was it in Goblin?
Yes.
Okay.
So I will immediately just kind of like push that out of the way, and I will look for other traps down this path.
So I got to ask you a question because that brought up a very good point. How are you casting disguise self?
Through my tattoo.
And it works as the spell?
Yes.
Did you just take damage?
He did.
Shit.
It doesn't matter. It's not concentration.
Oh, okay.
Reject all. Oh my god, what is this?
As the scream, as he lets out the fuck, I just take another drink. It's like, well, that was quicker than I thought.
That wasn't an emergency fuck. I think that was just a normal. I was not prepared for that fuck. So
It's just
I
normal.
said we were only 2 out of 3. I mean, there was plenty of room for more mistakes.
On the bright side, he's getting rid of the traps for us.
Operation.
Does anybody have
Dwarven
something to give him
shield.
to heal so he can get through more of them?
that's an interesting little ritual you got
already
there,
going.
Chinoa.
So you
Getting
still
lit?
you
I
still
am-
seem in your goblinoid form.
Yep.
Okay.
And I am looking for other traps before I proceed down the laneway. so
Okay,
to speak.
we're not going to make this drawn out.
Yeah.
You're going to go approximately 100 more feet.
Mhm.
As you make your way about 100 more feet, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm proficient in that. 19, sir.
So as you're kind of just making your way up, you're like, oh shit, there must be more traps. There could be more traps. You distinctly see another a twine stretched across this little path that you're walking on. As you kind of look at it some more, it doesn't. It seems to be another trap similar with a bough that is pulled back, but this bough specifically has bells hanging from it.
Okay. I would like to try to disarm this trap and silence the bells.
You?
I don't know. Well, Endymion, I guess, how close is Endymion following to me?
He's right behind you. He's just going slow.
At a
Oh.
safe
We-
distance.
Then
We've
I will,
been together for years. Do you think maybe you could have had like a hand gesture or something that you guys have used before? Be like, come check this shit out. Just a little.
to be fair, I don't run jobs with you guys a lot of the time.
Can I pose an idea?
Nope, you're too far away.
Yeah, you're about
I'm posing it above game. Above game, I mentioned I have that little ball of earth, right? What if we let it set off all the traps? I mean, you already set one
Well,
off.
that would still be
Well,
announced.
So, and
Yeah,
there was no
about-
alarm system.
Okay, so
It's
I will
about
just
12 inches off the ground. The ball.
I will just hop
okay.
over and kind of
It jumps though.
make some kind of motion to Endymion for him to take care of it, and I will keep going.
Okay. Endymion, he's given some motion to something. It didn't look like it was clear to me. I'm not sure if it was clear to you in your expertise, knowledge of his inability to use the right hand signs and gestures to.
This right here. Fuck this tree right here.
But you do find a trap, Endymion. It looks like a very simple trap. And if it lets loose, it just looks like it's going to make a lot of noise from bells.
Is it visible that we just go around it instead of trying to risk sitting?
No, this
Yes.
path is
Yeah,
through the thicket. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna carefully approach the trap.
Maluks, once you get up there, their multitude size is anywhere from an inch small, tiny ding, 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 ding bells to bells that are probably as big as your fist.
No, I was asking for Endymion's sake. I was going to say, if they're small enough, just palm them and then take your knife and just cut the bells off.
I don't have that many hands to palm all of them.
If only he had a knife to cut them.
If only there was some dirt to put them in.
Well,
There
good
was
thing I
only
have
somebody
my.
who had a dagger.
No wizards have.
I thought it
swords.
was too far away. I thought it was too far away. Am I close now?
As far as
You
I know,
know.
you guys are all hanging back. If you guys want to move, you can. But let's deal with Endymion.
just
I
gonna-
was gonna say, I thought we made the plan for you guys to like
I'm gonna
hang
just
back
have
and
to.
hide.
I'm
Can
just
I
gonna have
throw
to
it at
sit.
him to
Can I
catch
talk
for him
to
to catch
Cal
it?
for a while?
Yes. Never throw it.
Kitwin's just vibing. That's great.
I'm just, I'm by the bank. I'm trying to meditate,
Is
waiting
that how it,
on the signal.
is that how
Yeah.
Kitwin meditates though? Just
It's a rave.
vibing? That's dope.
We're at a 1 fuck limit right now. Do we go at 2 fucks or 3 fucks?
I thought it was a bird call, but maybe he thinks loons say fuck.
I'm a nature
Oh, no,
critic.
I
know
understood it.
loons
He said
don't
fuck.
say fuck. All right.
Anywho, continue.
I was gonna say I'm still going down the path then, and I will let Endymion play with the bells in the meantime because he does have a dagger and could debell the tree.
Here's
But
the
that's
thing.
on him.
But if you're going down the path, you have to go past the trap. That's the point of the trap, right? Otherwise, you could have just walked past it anyway.
Yeah.
So you have to wait till it's disarmed unless you want to take it off, or you can.
Oh no,
No,
he said I saw it, so I
Thorgren
hopped
can-
over it.
Thorgren can. It's about 12 inches off the ground. They can go underneath it. That was probably the easiest way. If you specifically want to hop over it, then just give me a dexterity.
No, I'll shimmy under it, whatever.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
you kind of
sweet.
Because you're
So
tiny.
moving-
You're only 25 inches tall.
Yeah. So as I keep going, am I running into anybody yet?
No. I'm still waiting for Endymion to decide what he's going to do with this.
Yeah, I was waiting for a moment to be able to talk. Because I could just use handy dandy thief tools on this, right? I was gonna ask Thornton was gonna help me so I can get advantage, but other than that, if he's leaving me alone, I rolled a 14.
Okay. You're like, this is like hella easy. Watch this. Snip, 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 clip, 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 clip. You now have 8 random size bells from 1 inch to 3 or to 4 inch.
All right, let me just wrap them
They're
up.
all little brass bells. Oh, let's throw a
game. You
cowbell
could
in
use
there.
those for distraction later. Like you could throw one.
Tink, tink.
And 1 cowbell, because everybody needs more cowbell.
I got a fever.
Okay, Thornton.
Yeah.
As you make your kind of weaving way, there are goblinoid tracks over goblinoid tracks. They're all, at this point, they're all leading in one direction. You might see a couple of them leading in another direction, but they've been heavily trampled by the ones going in the direction that you are going in. As you start to make your way through, maybe another 50 feet or so, you can see how the forest starts to open up into an area, revealing an area that's probably a good 150 feet wide by 200 feet long. Sitting in the middle of it is this dilapidated old castle structure that's probably 90 feet wide by 110 feet long. It is, for the most part, it's just in shambles and rubble. 2 large towers that sit in front, like used to be tall, 50, 60, 70 foot towers are crumbled to the ground. In front of you, you can see distinctly a path that leads up to a couple set of stairs to where a large set of double doors once stood. From your vantage point, you can tell that these double doors are either down or broken.
Okay.
As you're watching, the tower on what would be your left-hand side, looking at it, would be from a small slit in the tower. You catch a glimpse of a little bit of light. I'm sorry, it's far right, the smaller of the two. You catch a small glimpse of light from like a candle or a small fire. The sounds of insects in this area are a little less. You might pick up kind of rotting or putrid smell. and for a moment, you believe you saw somebody pass by the broken down or open double doors, but you can't make out what it was. Two-legged, humanoid, small, walking by the door. That would be on the interior, not the exterior.
Okay. So at that point, I will kind of make that bird call that we talked about, the loon call.
Sure.
But I will motion to Endymion. I'll be like, kind of make a motion for them to stay up here, like out of sight. And then after I am sure that he sees me, I will head down the path to the fort and just stroll up like I belong there.
Okay. So what we're going to do is Endymion, what are you doing since you're the next in line?
Since he signals to wait, do I have to do a perception check to find a better spot to get like a better vantage other than standing in the road, like off to the side?
The road, the trail kind of gives it the way it kind of weaves a little bit, kind of gives it its own little bit of security for you. You can tell that in another 25 to 30 feet, it's going to open up into this big area. A couple football fields area with a small, just dilapidated castle. But you can see some little bit of light. The moon has just started to come up. For both Thornton and yourself, the moon just coming up starts to give a little bit of a dim light, and now you can see from maybe the center portion of this castle, this dilapidated castle, a little bit of these patterns of smoke rising. Not heavy smoke, just kind of light smoke from a campfire, a cooking area, something like that. Sabrina, Shanoa, Malux, and Kithwin. As you're standing there, kind of waiting, good 10, 15 minutes goes by. Behind you, with this small waterfall that's falling down, that noise is kind of really interrupting the natural ambience of what's going on. I need for a group perception check, and that's not including the one I already have. I'm not using that for this, but give me a group perception check. I want to see if anybody actually hears this 100 and something
18?
feet away.
That's a 14.
14.
19.
19. That's a 33. Malux?
If it helps, I got like an 18 performance check.
18.
18?
Yeah.
Sabrina was an 18. Malux was a
18.
Okay. You do barely hear this. Like, hey, that sounded just like Thorjan's call. Remember the one he used to give us when he was hiding in the Neverwinter Forest? That sounds like it.
Well, that's literally the only bird call going on right now in the middle of the night. So,
All right. I guess we're supposed to go forth then. Yep.
hey, keep an eye out for traps. I doubt they've managed to get them all.
Well, we know they got one at least.
And they missed the 60-foot deep pit trap, so we're good with that.
Yeah, I guess we'll head up. We'll probably still try and be stealthy about it, but
Okay.
we'll try and catch up.
Yeah.
Okay. Endymion, you're still hanging out, just kind of giving a look over this with some perception to individuals coming up behind you.
Yeah, because since he made the call, I'm going to see if they're on their way in case there's somebody trying to sneak up on them or myself.
So they kind of, you can see your party kind of creeping up behind you a little bit. Mr. Thordrin.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop open the map. What I would prefer everybody to do is not mess with anything to the left, because if somebody drops the fog of war or messes with the fog of war and opens up the map so that everybody can see the map, a green dragon will appear, and I will roll. It's either going to be an ancient or an adult. So Thordrin, don't touch it.
I will touch
Do,
nothing.
do we want to take a break right about
I
now?
was going to say, now sounds like
Yeah.
a good time for a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could take a quick potty break and come right back, and we'll see what kind of trouble Thordrin gets into.
All right. And intermission, go.
Welcome back. So, when we left off, the party had been summoned up from this little gulch area with a small waterfall where they were hanging out while Thordrin and Endymion scouted forward. Thordrin had disguised themselves as a small goblinoid similar to Glimmer, perfected his goblinoid speech, along with Sabrina drinking a potion so that she could understand Thordrin when speaking in Goblin or any other goblinoid in general for safety's sake. They've all moved up into a position in which they can kind of see now the outline of this massive open area, a couple football fields wide in length, with a small castle, probably 90 feet wide, 110 feet long, two what were giant round turrets, now dilapidated. Most of this area is pretty dilapidated. The front entrance, a stairway that leads up on both sides, and a large two double doors which are knocked down. Some light is coming from inside. The moon has just started to come up. It's about 11:30 at night, and small wisps of smoke can be seen rising in the air as they make out Thordrin about 100 feet ahead of them, making his way slowly up the stairs to the front door, well, where the front doors existed. I'm going to pop you guys on the map. If you want to take a peek at it, please do not mess with anything on the left-hand side, especially with the fog of war. We want to reveal this as slowly as possible. I will activate it. So Thordrin, I will put you, and let me know if everybody can see their characters. You guys are about 100 feet away in the forest, and you are hidden on the small trail. But I put you here for right now because that's on the map, just so we can see you. Is that okay? Thordrin.
Where is it?
It's on the D&D Beyond. No, yeah. It should say something like, I'm never been on your guys' side, but it should say something like intercession.
It's
a little like play arrow thing. Yeah.
Can everybody see the map?
Yes.
Kithwin, Sabrina?
Yeah, I can see it. I see it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thordrin, as you make your way up, you're not trying to be stealthy at all. You're just like, F this, I know what I'm doing, kind of a...
That's what I'm trying to put for.
Give me a performance check.
Oh, yay. That'll work out so good for me. Oh, shit, that's not bad. 17 plus 0.
As you start to make your way up, the right-hand side where you thought you saw some light, it's not that it's not the little slit that's directly to the south of you. It would be the slit that is the farthest south from you on the edge, which you can't see from there. But the slit that is directly north of you, as you start to walk up, you hear, "What the fuck are you doing back here?"
So I tried to go back home, and like Clark isn't there anymore, and like obviously bad things happened. So I kind of thought here is where I should be. So I came back here.
What? You got a lot of nerve. You got a lot of nerve stealing Tisk's stuff and then running off, and then you're coming back.
Oh no, that wasn't me. That was somebody else.
Git.
That was somebody else. That wasn't me.
That was you, you slimy git. We all saw you run into the forest with that mangy ass mutt of yours.
Do you see it? I don't have a mutt. There's no mutt here. There's no dog.
You hear from the other side kind of echoing through this large arrow slit. That's the little fucker.
You know, there's another one that looks a lot like me. You know, my sister, but it's not me. I'm different.
You're different.
Yeah.
You're different. Stay right there.
Okay.
You hear some shuffling in a door kind of open from inside on that northern direction. Then you hear, "All right, boys, go get her!"
I didn't do anything, so I'm not gonna run or anything. And you know, if I did do something, it would make sense that I would run. But I'm not going to because I'm gonna stay right here because my sister did it, not me. I'm a good girl. I did everything right.
You just get hit with a fucking arrow. Honestly. They are already coming after you, man.
So out this little door that's going to be... Hold on.
You know, I just can't win with you guys. I'm trying to choose not violence, and y'all are still yelling at me.
Well, you blaming me. You said, "Oh, it was my sister." It's it.
My goblin
There's meaning behind this.
Basically,
You're reading too much into it.
Come running out 4 goblins.
Like more and more goblins.
One in the orange ring, that one has a large bullwhip instead of a sword, and they come flying out at you. What would you like to do?
Oh shit! They can fly now.
They fly now.
What do they fly?
Flying out.
Yes, they come flying out.
So he's like coming towards me.
They're running towards you. I'll let you do what you need to do before.
Okay.
They will be.
I am going to run back at him in Goblin, saying, or no, not in Goblin, in Common, just saying, "Fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck," and like I run up,
running towards who?
The guy that's running at me. I'm gonna run up.
You have 4 goblins running at you.
Okay.
Behind
the
them,
one
the
with
guy
the bullwhip.
Yeah, he's kind of in the back.
Okay. Then yeah, fuck it.
If you let yourself be captured, you'll probably end up in the same room as your uncle.
Well, now I'm committed to violence, though.
It could still end in the same result.
Or maybe just let's go ahead. Maybe run away.
How loud was the fuck?
It probably wasn't.
Well, we went okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can hear some noise.
Fine. I will start running back towards the rest of my.
So you turn and run. You turn and run.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, come back to us. Bring it this way.
As you turn and run, you've got to go about 100 feet, maybe. Let's just make it 50 feet. Let's make it easy on us. 60 feet. That's about. Yeah. As you turn and run, you hear, "Shoot that little git! I want my shit back now!" And there's going to be. You're going to get 30 feet away, so we'll move you 30 feet away.
If I hear that,
yeah.
Can I would I have a chance to cast Sanctuary on myself?
I'll allow you to do that if you'd like.
Okay. Sanctuary to myself.
And all 3 arrows pass by you in random areas, hitting the ground. Sweet. A 1, a 4, and a 3 do nothing. So
sweet.
Go after her. And you all see Thordrin come bolting out. 3 goblins in chase, and then
Out of
A
curiosity,
secondary goblin that looks much.
do I get a chance where I like get over the hill and then they don't see me, or are they seeing me the whole way?
They're going to see you to the path. This is flat ground.
Okay. Oh, we lost Patrick. Yeah, Patrick.
Well, it's a good thing the rest of us are stealthing.
Super. Stealthy.
Once I
And
get
then
closer to
another kind of bigger goblin, kind of right behind him.
once I get up to the party, I will drop the disguise self and just be me again.
Okay. Looks like Patrick's back, he says.
Oh, there he is.
I'm the DM now.
Again, disguise self is not exactly concentration. I don't know if you can dispel it.
Well, if it's, I don't know.
Do you have the spell card up?
You can use your action to dismiss it.
Yeah.
But he casts Actuate with his action.
That's a bonus action.
As you see this little goblinoid sprinting across, makes it into this kind of bramble area where the rest of the party, you start to turn the corner, and you see the rest of the party like standing there like watching you, and you all see Thordrin turn from the goblin back into Thordrin's self. Each of you can see the 4 goblins. Again, 1 larger goblin and 3 small goblinoids giving chase. The one that was with the bullwhip is standing at the doorway. What would you like to do?
Do the goblins see us?
They don't see you.
I guess I'd let them kind of go past, and then whoever is closest to the back as they're passing, I'll try and like knock them out.
So once they turn the corner, they're gonna see you. There's nowhere else to hide.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
there's not a good
fight.
hiding spot. But as soon as they make the corner, you've seen Thordrin make the corner, goblin then turn into Thordrin. But as soon as they make that little corner, they're gonna be like, "Whoa!"
Okay. Then the first one that comes around the corner, yeah.
Slashy.
Okay. Let's do this. You guys are... Yes, Sabrina.
I was going to ask if I could prep and just cast magic missile for when they come around the corner, because I can hit 3 at a time.
Of course you can. Let's make it easy on all of us. I'm going to go in the same order, minus Thordrin for the second, just for a second, Thordrin. In the same order. So Endemnian, Sabrina, Malux. Oh, I'm sorry, Shanoa, Malux, Sabrina, then Kithwin. As that's how you're standing kind of in order. As the first goblin rounds the corner. Endymion, what do you do?
Oh man, I was muted. So the first one just rounded the corner, and I am going to shoot it. Nothing else.
Okay. Shoot away, sir.
All right. Do I have the element of surprise, or he's just noticing shooting it?
They're definitely surprised that you're all there.
Yeah. I'm saying if I get advantage on the shot or not.
Are they at disadvantage because they're under the surprise effect, or?
Go ahead.
That was a nat 20 for 28.
Okay, you hit it.
And then it'll be So we're doing the crunchy, right? So it's 12 and then 13.
Yeah, as soon as this thing makes its way around the corner, the first one, as soon as it makes its way around the corner, Endymion stands up, shoots an arrow, and just this thing goes freaking lifeless in the air as it flips into the bramble bushes. and the second one appears. The second one appears around the corner, which would give us Luke's. You would be next to do something. This is happening in succession.
Yeah, as these guys come running around, I think I just see the mob and go, all right, well, sleep.
Okay. You can only see one. No, I'm
Well,
sorry.
It's,
You would
it's
not.
a
I'm
one
sorry.
thing that's an AoE anyways, so I would
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can see the other three. They would just be kind of in cover, which you were in cover because the way it's kind of situated. But it has nothing to do with that. So what's the total?
Yeah. So that happening. Oh, it'd be fun if this thing had something to just roll the dice. Excuse me. No, that's wrong dice. That's going to be 23 hit points worth, starting from the lowest HP creature to the highest.
So the other. Sorry, there was two. So it's 23. You said
23 total. Yep.
15, which is a 9. The other two small goblins, they just like balls of rolling goblinoid. Sorry, I've got people throwing all kinds of DMs at me for some strange reason. The first two kind of roll into the bramble. They're asleep, but the one that's in orange is not asleep.
Okay. And as they come charging at, and how close are these guys?
By the time we get to the next person, which is it should have been Shanoa. I'm sorry. Which will be Shanoa. They will be within, that orange guy will be within 10 feet if he decides to keep running towards you.
Okay, so he's 10 close now?
Maybe 20 feet.
20 feet? Cool, that's close enough. Let's see here. So, while Magic Surge happened, this is a fun one.
Oh,
so,
boy.
as he reaches up, cups a little bit of his hands around his chest, he flings out this sort of spectral amount of what looks to be sand and feathers. He shoots outwards. It coats itself around those guys. It starts causing them to sleep. But then there's a little quick from his chest, and a bolt of lightning leaps out from it. And as he's just sitting there going, "Oh God, it's happening again," he is just going to like try to focus this as much as possible. And the guy who's not unconscious takes 19 points of lightning damage.
And he is... he takes 19 points of lightning damage.
Yep. As he just goes, "Hey, what?" and just crackles his whole body like a Tesla coil, just launches at him.
Is that specific lightning damage, or is it arcane lightning damage?
It is just lightning damage. There's no difference between arcane lightning or anything. It's just lightning damage.
Okay. So what you guys see is this massive arc of lightning. It basically is like a giant strobe light lighting up the area that you are in, and that in this darkness is like flashing. You see this guy with a giant bullwhip just like light up cartoon style. You can see his bones through his skin, and little tufts of smoke off the top of his head. And he literally turns around and runs back to the castle screaming in Goblin. What you two can hear is, "There's a whole fucking bunch of them!"
So much for the enormous prize.
The
I was
party
gonna
has
say-
started.
I
Hey,
think
I'm
they
not
know
one
we're
screaming
coming.
fuck.
I mean, that's fair, but I also didn't start a rave in the middle of the woods, so you know.
Honestly, it was kind of cool. Did you see that? Holy shit!
So
Tides of
You know-
Chaos comes back.
kind of like open to suggestion here, but I'm kind of voting that we just walk in there and choose violence. Objections?
At this point, I think that's our only choice.
Onward!
Though.
So I'm going to leave it up to individuals. Shanoa,
They know we're here.
Did
We're
you get
going
my-
in.
did you get
Yes,
my
I
message?
got. Yes, I got your mess. Well,
Sabrina, what are you doing?
Just if we're ready to go in, we're ready to go in.
Just like a bunch of banshees. Here we come.
Maybe not like that.
Thornton's already going in. Malukes, with your newfound vigor, what would you like to do?
Well, after shooting a strange bandit with lightning, I guess I will follow after the rest.
Kithwin?
I guess I'm running in with the others. I'm just kind of like, all right, time to fucking go.
And then, last but not least, Endymion.
I am gonna bound the unconscious goblins so you can interrogate them later, and
Okay.
then I'm gonna more stealth approach, I guess, try to get some
Okay.
while they blazing.
So
Okay.
Thordrin is not only not being subtle at all, like he has his hammer out, he has his shield out, and like he's like banging the shield, like he's getting like all sorts of dwarven pumped up for this shit. Like,
Sure. Let's just make it easy on everybody. Let's roll for initiative. No, Patrick. With all
Okay.
the lights and everything.
well, and see that's what I was gonna say.
All right.
Tides of Chaos initiative.
25 to 20.
23.
22.
15 to 20.
17.
10 to 15. Oh boy. 5 to 10.
Oh no!
5.
7.
Oh no!
And Malukes, what did you get?
7.
Who has the higher dexterity, Sabrina or Malukes?
17.
Sabrina goes first, then I have a 16.
Okay. So I've got Thordrin, Endymion, Shanoa, Sabrina, Malukes, and then Kithwin in that order. You can go back to the screen if you would like. If you would like, you can be. That guy has just said "fuck this" and ran in.
Awesome.
You guys can be at the. Oh, let's put these two guys over here because they are asleep. So we'll remember that. You guys are kind of basically in that order running up, and I'll let you go up the stairs if that's what you'd like to do, or any other way you'd like to try to get in. But you're making your way forward. So, Thordrin, what would you like to do, sir?
Okay, so Thordrin is. So is that guy in the orange? Is he still in the door?
Yeah, he's looking kind of puzzled, but he's yelling out, "Let's get some fucking people up here. I need some reinforcements." Just you hear that yelling.
Yeah. So I will charge up the stairs, and when I get right at that kind of first square diagonally from the top of the stair. Oh
Well,
shit!
just
I
move
can
your
move.
dude.
I was
You
gonna
can
say I can move him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get right here, and then I'm gonna use Thorn Whip
Okay.
because I don't want to pop off another actual spell yet. So that's gonna be for a 18
On that guy?
on the orange guy. Yeah.
On the orange guy? Let me
Yeah.
double check. Because I didn't make a cheat sheet for those guys. But yeah, you hit it.
All right. So I'm gonna do that, and so that is going to be 6 points of damage, and I yank him.
It's a strength check, right?
Nope. It just says if the attack hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage, and if the creature is large or smaller, you pull it up to 10 feet closer to you.
Large or smaller?
Yeah.
It's the same size as you.
Okay. That's just what I just read what it says. It says if it is large or smaller, it gets yeeted towards me.
Okay, sure.
10 feet.
So it just gets pulled towards you?
Yeah.
Sure, it's pulled towards you.
I mean, I would flavor it that I tried to bash him with my shield, but I don't have that feat or anything, so I'm guessing I can't do that.
Okay. Is that end of turn?
Yeah, and I am still kind of glowing because my sanctuary is still up.
Sure. What's your armor class with that?
Sanctuary, the armor class is just the same. Sanctuary just makes it so you ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature, which is me, with an attack, they must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target.
Not a problem. 18. That'll make it. Endymion, you're still back tying these up. It's going to take you at least another turn to get them tied up. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. From that slit to down where you saw where the light was at, that's facing you. How about a 19 from an arrow? That's going to be plus 4, 23, d6 for 3 points of piercing damage from an arrow in the chest.
Okay, and it made its wisdom save, right?
Yeah, 18.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then these 4 guys will move. This guy said, "Fuck you, I'm out."
I'm outie 5,000.
Fucking awesome. I love getting enemies to surrender or forfeit.
Yeah, that guy's fucking jacked.
That guy just shot lightning at me. I'm out.
Yeah,
that's his life.
Let's see, with a 30-foot movement, 5, 10.
Don't get paid enough for this.
They're going to unionize.
5, 10, 15. That's as far as we can go. 15, because it's difficult terrain. And I will do 1, 2, 3. Let's just put them back in order that you were. So it would be Thordrin and Endymion's way in the back. So Shanoa would be next. So I'm going to do 2 at Shanoa. One is a 19. The other one is a complete miss with a javelin. That's 3 points of damage from a javelin being impaled into you, Patrick. The other one is a miss. And then the next one is at, let's make it random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sabrina. A javelin comes ripping at you, Sabrina, and just like just right into the ground next to you, completely missing you. That's it. So Shanoa, you are up.
Goblin in orange, how does he look?
He looks fine with a big ass whip.
He's looking fine.
So The
He-
javelin came from the hobgoblin area, correct?
No, they came from the goblins in front. To be honest with you, you guys really wouldn't see.
Well, that's why I
you
was
know
asking.
that something's over there, but you wouldn't really see.
See, I didn't know if that's where the javelin came from. So
No,
Okay.
right in front of you, the goblins right in front.
okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
And two-handed attacking the orange goblin.
Okay. Go ahead and
Because
make an attack.
Because the shield's still on the back, so
Okay. Gotcha.
12.
12 would not hit. It smacks the back of what you can see is some clothing covering up a chain shirt into the back of this thing,
And
but it does not do any damage.
He wouldn't get advantage from flanking right there, would he?
Nope.
Damn.
I'm done.
I think you have to have pack tactics for that one.
No, I usually give it, but you have to be on the direct diagonals.
Yeah,
or on
I'm
the
not
diagonal.
diagonal.
It's close, but that space is kind of occupied. Putting us to Sabrina. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so
Magic
Sabrina would
miss.
move a little bit. Yes. So Sabrina would move a little closer to the entrance where the javelins were coming from and shoot magic missile at the 3 goblins that were like throwing it at this.
The 3 that
So I
shot.
can hit.
They're in
Yeah,
the doorway.
I hit. Yeah, because I can hit 3.
Get
at
him,
a-
Brina.
Oh boy, here we go.
Pew pew pew.
And because I forget.
I love
I'm
the
just gonna do it here. Too lazy.
Your nickname's Goblins.
Haha.
Oh, good.
So,
No Goblin
force
Slayer.
damage of 4.
The
What was
first
that?
one takes 4. The first one takes 4. The second one takes
3. Oh no, 4 again. 4 again.
4 again. And the third one takes.
Oh, that one only takes 2.
Oof. Okay. Bonus
However,
action?
I do have 2 weapon. Quick question. I have 2 weapon fighting, and I said that I had a dagger in my other hand. Could I throw it at the last goblin? No, okay.
No. Remember, we clarified that last time. It specifically says
Okay.
that you can attack with a light melee weapon. You may take an additional attack with a light melee weapon.
Got it.
And magic missile is not a light melee weapon.
Got it.
But still have a bonus action if you'd like to take one or not.
That's my
Nope.
only bonus action.
Okay. Malooks. Let's do this.
Running up, seeing as all these goblins start crowding up again. Let's see here. Oh god, that's actually really packed up. I don't know if I can second verse same as the first here. Just a quick second here. There's 10 20 feet of a point. So I can see a good deal in there, yeah.
You can
Once
see.
I move up enough.
Yeah, I mean, you can see basically what's open. Just kind of, I mean, if you want here, I'll just open up this other hallway. It's nothing. There's nothing in it. There's just 2 doors. Whoops.
Then, in order to make sure I don't catch Shano in this, I'm going to aim back a little bit into that room, but 20 feet will be able to catch these 3 goblins that are not labeled with orange right now. And
Okay.
I'll throw another sleep spell in that.
Well, of course you will.
And
Why wouldn't you?
yep. And I'll add in a little bit of quickening to this as well, so make it a bonus action.
Okay.
All right. Oh god, son of a gun. Things are so much easier on other systems. Oh god.
Oh, thank
Hopefully
you.
the lowest HP guy has less than 8 hit points.
It's not their max, right? It's just what they have.
What they have currently, yes.
Okay. So
Wait, those 2 guys?
So those 2 guys fall down.
All right, boom. I managed to say some stuff, and then everyone's favorite time, more wild magic surge.
Oh, please, fireball.
Surge it up.
All right, let's see what this one does.
Fireball.
Ooh, okay. So I quickened it, and Maluk's kind of starts shifting and like swerving a bit, like earlier when he like made a duplicate of himself pop out of his body. This time, 2 of him come out of himself, and both of them are going to. We're just gonna throw a double firebolt at the other guy.
Just this one guy?
Yeah, the guy in orange. That's a natural 20. So we're gonna go ahead and just roll that damage. That's max damage. That's 20 points of fire damage to that one goblin.
This guy explodes. Shinoa.
Oh, I got the goblin ick on me.
Shinoa, Sabrina,
smell like
and Thorgrin make dexterity saving throws.
Oh God! Why? And then,
21.
16.
So
fail.
you guys hear this. What you hear is effectively this crackling sound inside of like a tin can or container that just seems to pulse for a second, and as it's pulsing and you could hear it, it seems that all at once a small explosion and a light effect happen, and bits and pieces and remnants of a small goblinoid are flung everywhere. You guys both manage, even though Thorgrin's in the heat of freaking combat with this guy. Sabrina's popping off her magic missiles. She dodges this wildly nasty chunk of thigh that flies by her. Most of it's scattered on the back wall behind the other 2 goblins that are asleep, now covered in their partner's goo. Sabrina gets this big nasty piece of eyeball, hit her in the side of the head, and flop to the ground.
I got a 7.
I mean Shinoa. I'm sorry, Shinoa.
Why did that goblin have a bomb in him? And anyways, the last guy who was in there,
goblins spontaneously combust.
Just the nastiest of nasties.
Where'd the third goblin go in there?
It blew up.
Oh, okay. I thought the one in orange blew up. That's who the nat 20 was.
Oh, you targeted the one in orange? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't hear that. I heard you say the other guy. My bad.
Yep, no, the guy in orange. But I'll say so. Yeah, orange one gets 20 points of fire damage to him.
Okay, well, no, he's gone. He basically the same thing happened. All that's left are basically the remains of what's kind of kept inside of a chain shirt and a hand grasping an old, nasty, giant bullwhip.
Okay, and then to make matters funnier, I got another natural 20 on the other goblin still in. Yes, that's 15 points of fire damage, so he still blows up, I assume.
You guys are literally like popping giant fists on the back of a raggedy old 90-year-old person with just nasty, grody, diseased, like pussy sack that's popped open like just like an old hag or something. Just the grossness of it.
The grossness.
It's quick, like duplicates of like Maluk's trying to make split decisions all at the same time, just pop out of him and fire at different targets all at the same time and just shoot back into himself. He goes, what? Oh, that was weird. Why'd they blow up?
Sabrina, make a Constitution saving throw for me. Why not?
Can I pick up the hand, or the whip with the hand still
19?
attached?
You're like, oh, and you read some pretty nasty stuff. I mean, you like these kind of like these horror books, right? Yeah, this is like That was chapter 7, page 14 of the Vampire's Gift. That was bad. That was really bad.
Not as bad as this.
Why did I become Five Guys Burgers and Fries?
It's it's gross. But we're gonna move on because the enemy gets to do something now before Kithwin goes.
Yeah, because I rolled a 5.
5, 10, 15,
I have no
20.
idea this happened.
Why did they explode?
You just see, literally, you're just seeing like somebody turned on the meat grinder, like on high, like one of those commercials where you see somebody.
They didn't put the top on a blender and all the
Yeah.
stuff.
Just grody-ness.
Get back my tides of chaos.
Kithwin, you are getting like literally mugged by.
I did. The fog of war lifted earlier, so I saw him coming, but I was like, nope, that's going to hit me. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine.
You see running around the corner. I'm not going to put a third one on you, but you see 4 hobgoblins rushing around the corner. There's going to be 2 on you. You guys are going to see they're up in front, the door open and a goblin pop out, followed by another goblin. That's 5, 10. They can go 5 more feet each, or 10 more feet each.
Would they have to make a dex save as they trip on the blood and guts of their compatriots?
No, we're going to give that they're used to it. And then you see another.
Oh no!
You're going to see another hobgoblin come popping out.
Goblins do just spontaneously combust. They're used to it.
They're used to it.
This guy's actually going to go this direction.
This is like Escape from the Blood Keep. Every goblin has a 20% chance of having a bomb in them.
Let's see. This guy said, "Fuck this! I am out of here."
He is still
smart.
fucking.
Yes, make more guys run away.
Guys, I'm getting a little worried at Luke's being so excited that he just popped a couple goblins like a zit.
The player's giggling his ass off. The character is
The bloodlust is in him now.
All right, let's get back to this.
The transition to murder hobo is complete.
We have we're gonna do 2 attacks. Let me make sure that they've got let me see for a second.
I'm about to get mollywopped. I know it.
Oh, this sucks. Hold on.
Hopefully you don't end up like them goblins.
I only have 19 HP, guys. I only got
That
the 19
background
bloods.
laugh he let off.
I live with this every day. This is my world. This is my life.
The perfect balance between brains and brawn. The hobgoblin.
I can't help it. Double net.
I don't know. I don't know why that got pulled up.
Gods have blessed me.
The gods have. You're coming out of your shell. I love it. Let's see.
I got this
Hobgoblin.
name for a reason.
You know what's terrible is I actually love hobgoblins. Like, I love their lore. I love everything about them. And that many could kill me. So let's see what's happening.
This is gonna hurt.
AC of 17, maybe some of them will miss.
We shall see.
We'll see. Please be kind to God. Dice
I
gods.
rolled a pair of 9s.
Oh, okay.
These hobgoblins are rolling like crap. They got a 6 on the initiative.
But that's a plus 10 to their attack melee bonus.
Oh god.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
No, I'm just joking.
I didn't even question it. I was like, oh, okay, well.
It's payback for them goblins.
Right?
Kithwin, you're up.
God have smoke. Okay, so I'm guessing they attacked and missed.
Yeah, 2 of them attacked and missed you.
So I just noticed that they're there. I go, ah! Bob and weave. I can't leave them without risking a lot of opportunity attacks. Because that would be 3.
Step of the wind.
Oh, that's true. I am going to use a key point and use Step of the Wind to get out of this fucking situation.
Woohoo!
So let me go ahead and mark off that key point before I move on.
Okay, and then move your character.
Yep.
You gonna smack anybody before you leave?
I could do that at the end of the turn. That's correct. All right. I'm going to attack this guy right here. The one to my... God, I hate being dyslexic. I think it's to the left.
East.
That one.
Right.
And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pop him one.
Oh, that's a big thing. Sorry.
That's an 8.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Yep.
Well, that was a
That
damage.
was
Oh no, I pushed the wrong button. I hate D&D Beyond. Okay. Well, that'll be the damage if I hit.
You two just kill our chances for sponsorship because D&D Beyond is definitely paying attention to us.
Okay,
unarmed
so
strike.
16. I'm sure. Does a 16 hit? No, I didn't think so. Okay, so
No.
this is...
Wait, but that already calculates your total. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. That actually misses.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So
Yeah.
I get surprise attacked. I just kind of punch in the air real quick out of reflex. Go, oh fuck, that's a lot of them. And then I use a key point, Step of the Wind, to move. My movement is 35. So I just kind of come up the stairs. I come right up behind Thordrin.
Okay.
What's going on over there? Oh, God.
And I just like, there's more, and they're bigger.
This kind of heightened state. You were unarmed attack.
Yes, unarmed attack.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, and it uses the same dice as the Tavern Brawler. They use the exact same dice. I looked into it. So the Tavern Brawler, it doesn't matter. I hit either button. It's the same thing.
Okay, no, I would. Never mind. You wanted an unarmed. You got an unarmed attack. Let's see. Kith wins. We go back to the top of the round. Thordrin, what are you doing? And I know Endymion, get ready because you're
All right.
running up right now.
So, with Kithwin coming up behind me and kind of feeling her right behind me and hearing her say that there's more, I'll kind of turn around and Kithwin, you hear Thorgrin just laughing, like kind of a psychotic laugh.
Great energy. Use it down there.
All right. So I will look at the first one and I am going to chuck a guiding bolt at it.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yay!
All right.
I crit on it.
Guiding bolt away, sir.
All right, so that's a crit. So 27 total, if that matters. But so if we're doing crunchy, that's gonna be. We're starting at 24.
Still your turn. That one was smooshed to smithereens.
That one just doesn't exist anymore.
No, he's a pancake. He literally got pile drived into the ground because you're 5 feet up.
Okay, so yeah,
So you
I
got
just
a little extra boost, like hitting down on him, just like a stake in the ground.
sweet. So that will be that, and I do believe that's. Yep, that is about. Yeah, that's about all I got, I think.
Okay. Endymion, you've made it to the stairs. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you? I'm sorry.
No, I was looking to see if my channel divinity does anything, but it doesn't, so I'm good.
Endymion.
I've never clericed before.
I'm just gonna move myself up the
Yeah.
stairs a little bit also, and then I'm gonna shoot the nearest hobgoblin with my bow.
Sure. Let me just move one like right here. So we'll just call it that's the guy.
Yeah, that guy. All right.
Because they had enough movement to get around Kithwin, but let's just say it's right there. So we'll make it this guy right here.
Yeah. Oh shit! Another nat 20 for 28.
Hell yeah! Golden dice tonight.
Fuck yeah.
Golden dice!
And you guys thought that you weren't going to be able to handle these guys.
Dude, the dice are smiling on us. If it's acceptable, reading my channel divinity, I will use that as a bonus action to get back a spell slot.
Okay.
Just as a thing. But
So it'll be the first 2d6 was 4, and then a 9 on top of it for the crits.
Okay. So what's the total?
2d6 plus 9, 12. 12 plus 9, 21.
And this is with a bow?
Yeah.
So you see this arrow, Kithwin, as you're jumping up, step of the wind up, this arrow, this large hammer comes flying by your head, pile driving one hobgoblin in the ground. An arrow just to the left of you comes flying by and just pierces right between the eyes. This other hobgoblin, dropping him to the ground.
I just turn back and give a thumbs up that ended.
They do a lot of damage, but they don't take a lot. That's the good thing.
Big eyes from Sabrina.
Anything else, Endymion? You
No.
still have like 10 feet of movement.
Bonus action to this is like lifted, right? Can I drop down here and then bonus action to hide
Sure.
from them? All right, cool.
Yeah, actually, but I still need you to make a
Stealth check. Yeah.
stealth check.
9.
I will allow you to burn the one that you have already done, if you'd like.
I do another one or
No, it's a 25. Do you want to use your 25 or you want to use your 8?
Oh
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
use the 25.
Gotcha. So you feel like you
Either
are very well hidden. Very, very well hidden. From this hole again, that is just kind of to the east of Maluk's and the south of Shinoa, we're going to take a shot at Maluk's, actually.
Oh boy.
You have been recognized as a threat.
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah,
danger.
you erased 2 of them pretty thoroughly from existence, dude.
That is a 15, 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is an 18 to hit.
I will go ahead and use shield, and that's my last spell slot for now.
Okay. You're burned out of slots?
For now, I am, but that bumps my AC up to 21 as I hear something coming my way. I just distinctly. And that calls for a D20 roll. Let's see here. We're good.
Oh, that's freaking 10 turns. They're still asleep. They're still asleep.
Oh no, that's to see if I surge again on the shield.
No, I'm just saying the 2 guys that are asleep.
Oh yeah. 10 turns. They are out for now.
Screams
I don't have to worry about that.
and-
Someone stomps on them.
Screams and explosions, and they just keep right on snoring.
So that
Unless they take damage for whatever reason.
That's like
that's
like Freddy Krueger level shit going on with that.
Yeah, sleep basically says it's like someone needs to take an action to wake them up. And an action is, oh boy.
Let's see. We are going to do this. And we're going to do this.
So many hobgoblins running at us. This is a smoke 'em if you got 'em situation.
That. Those guys were the ones that came out, but
You already
they
smoked 2 goblins, man.
will run out.
It might be more.
So we're going to take one. Yeah, the other guys don't move for a minute. So the first attack is going to be at Thordrin with a 16 plus 3. And that one is a 2 plus 3. So 67, 8,
The
19.
guy that rolled the 16, did he make his wisdom save?
How about a 15?
Yep.
So that is a hit for a total of 5 points of damage from a sword. Short sword looks like.
All right.
Let's see. That's the end of their turn. We're going to go to Shanoa. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah, because the goblin is next to you, Shanoa, is in melee combat and missed. So you have one that's sleeping on your right and one that's trying to attack you dead center in front of you.
I'm swinging at the one that is not sleeping.
Okay. The guy right in front of you on the north.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make two-handed. Go ahead and make an attack.
23.
That 23
yeah.
hit. When that hits, a flash of bright light comes off of your sword and seemingly encompasses this creature for a second. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Did it not? What? Hold on. Did that pop up? Well, it didn't show anything on my screen.
I saw
like an
8.
8.
So you seemingly hit this thing with 8 points of damage. It seems like it probably did a little bit more, but it was encompassed in a bright light for a second and falls to the ground dead.
Yay.
Woo!
I'm putting all your casualties over here.
Yeah, no, I've got it.
Throw it on the pile.
And then with my last, that wouldn't be
That's
advantage.
advantage.
Okay,
That would be
'cause
advantage.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
It's that weird, like there's that one.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay. And
well,
yeah,
I'm fine.
because if I move anymore, I'm going to get an opportunity attack. So no, I'm done.
Okay. And let's see. Sabrina, you are up. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so I'm should now
You
move
like-
a little closer. There's still those 2 goblins in front of me, and they're like awake, right? They're alert.
The ones with the white rings are asleep.
Okay.
The hobgoblins directly north of you, the 2 are running your direction.
Are running. Okay. I would attack the one that's in front with firebolt.
The one that's engaged with Thordrin?
The hobgoblin.
Oh, way over here. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a ping tool. You can hit X while you're on the page and point out which one.
Yeah.
Because there's like 2 people on that goblin. I'm gonna get the hobgoblin before it reaches Kithlin.
No problem.
All right, where's my thingy?
Yeah, that's fun.
It's a +5 so it's a +10 for a 17.
17 does not hit a hobgoblin. I'm sorry.
Oh.
What are these guys AC? 17 doesn't hit? Jesus.
Not a hobgoblin.
Sad. Well, it's, I don't have another attack.
No bonus actions, nothing that works for a bonus,
My bonus
action.
is
Nah.
it's a weapon thing, and then I should change it because it's never useful.
Yeah.
If that's it, Maluk's, what kind of shenanigans are you doing?
Seeing Kitwin running away from the hobgoblins, seeing more enemies flank us, I again the quick instinctual indecision, like chaos happens again. Bonus action, I will use my remaining 2 sorcery points to refuel a 1st level spell slot, and then looking down that way, I don't think sleep's gonna do it, so I'm gonna try to sling a chaos bolt their way, and
Okay.
I'm gonna pepper this thing with tides of chaos again. Because
Oh.
ooh baby, 17 doesn't hit. We're gonna see. So let's see here with advantage. That is a 24 to hit.
A 24 will hit the first hobgobbo.
All right, and followed up 2d8 plus a d6 of damage. Okay, that's going to be 13. I rolled a 3 and a 7. I'm so sorry about this one. Those damage types are.
It doesn't matter.
Ooh. We're gonna call this as I hurl this bolt at him, it disappears from midair and becomes psychic damage to that guy.
Okay, you see that first goblin in line just drop his sword, his long sword, and just grab his head for a second, and just like on scanners, you see the goo pop out of his ear holes, and drops to the ground dead.
Why does everyone explode around me?
Yeah, you're literally popping everybody.
And then movement, I guess I will jump off, like hop down from this little ledge I'm on and just land next to Endymion and go, ah! Take cover.
No problem.
And now I'm tapped. Tides of Chaos comes back. Oh, wait, shit. I spent Tides of Chaos. Oops. One more thing.
One more roll. So you were up here when that happened. So I'm gonna put you back.
So I will be up there when this happens. Okay, that looks like a fun number.
I just want to capture like 12 of you and then.
Oh no.
What was it?
So okay. How far down is the drop? I need to know.
Hold on, let me look at it.
Very specifically, what's the distance between me and Endymion, like height-wise?
Oh no.
You're 5 feet at best.
5 feet at best. Okay. I will turn to go and drop down. Endymion, as you look up at me, you see my eyes go wide. And oh no. Oh, this is the worst. All right. I stop, stammer a bit, and go, oh god. I follow my ass and start crawling that direction instead.
Yeah, you guys hear Maluk scream out in horror and run away from Endymion.
And I just I turn, just run, and just start bolting in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Towards the hobgoblin.
Yes, towards the hobgoblin.
Of course.
So this hobgoblin sees me explode its friend's head, turn around, scream, and just start charging in his direction.
Let's see. So it's going to be their turn, and that's all the rest of these clowns. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Put them right here. You got this guy comes out the door to Shanoa. This guy comes in here. Yeah, that's good. This guy is going to come flying out the door here.
Oh, come on.
Actually, he's going to fucking climb over his fucking kin. He doesn't give a shit. I will roll for that. Oh, nat 20. This guy, for all intensive purposes, is not asleep anymore. He is literally jumped on in the middle of his stomach.
He got his nuts stepped on.
Yeah.
Christ, his bot crit on him just because he
And
was taking
then-
a nap on the job.
Let me see if I can see. That was a 23 or 25, 17, 20. Nope, just barely can't still see you. This guy says, why the fuck is this clown running towards me? I'll engage him. I don't care. And let's see, what's a clear target out? So that would be Shinoa again. Shinoa, you see a spear come out of this hole right north of you. It just kind of wiggles around in the hole. You see it kind of jab out and wiggle around a few times, gets pulled back in, doesn't hit you. That's Shinoa. Shinoa will go ahead and take this attack from this guy, this other hobgoblin as well, with the sword. Jesus, you guys are lucky as hell. That's all I gotta say. Because nobody's hitting. I'm not hitting anybody barely tonight. He doesn't
Oh
see.
no. DM needs to have fun too.
And then Maluk's
Yep, this is fine.
8. Wait, hold on. 8 plus 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, Maluk's nothing.
Yep.
He was just as weirded out by you running at him from something scary, and he swipes down at you and misses you. You guys can kind of hear activity inside of this. Running, clamoring, clacking, doors locking, doors opening, doors shutting. It's kind of a hub of activity going on inside there. So that puts Kithwin. You are up.
Okay. I'm going to go after the hobgoblin that is attacking Maluk's.
Mhm.
I know moving away in order to attack is probably going to give me opportunity attack to the goblin over there. I'll just take that. So if you want to roll for the opportunity before I move.
Yeah, that's a 4. I'm throwing
4?
my dice.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, I
Um,
don't superstitions.
so I'll come over here, and you know what? Yeah, no, I'm gonna punch.
Like for advantage.
You're gonna punch?
Yeah,
Unarmed?
punch,
Unarmed attack?
unarmed attack.
Okay.
So it's 12. Shit. All right, bonus action. Do it again.
Okay. That hobgoblin to your east. Correct?
All right, second one is a 22.
That one hits.
Okay, let me roll the damage on that.
These guys don't have a lot of hit points, but
That's a
hard to-
7. And if he doesn't go down, I have one more key point. I'll blow that and I'll hit him again.
he didn't go down.
He didn't
Not
go
with his-
down. Okay.
No.
Then I'll blow my,
Close.
my second key point and I'll hit him with a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 25.
That's a hit.
And that's a 9.
He goes down.
Okay. That guy is taken care of.
Yes. Took a little bit
Yeah.
with your unarmed attack. It took a little bit with your unarmed attack.
I know. She's a little weirded out by the staff. Give her a second. I'm saving
Ken,
it for
I
the big
think-
guys.
I think you took away the wrong one, Bo.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, what happened to the one that was in front of me?
Honestly, the
Oh.
dice hit are same on unarmed and the staff. It's actually better with unarmed.
I'm sorry.
That hobgoblin was like, "Nah, you know what? I'm out of here."
I'm out.
Kith, when you see me bolting in this direction as I'm running.
It only lasts one turn. But still.
Wait, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Technically speaking, the fear ends at the end of my next turn.
Oh, that's not good.
Yes,
That's-
point of order, order of operations.
Not a problem.
But yeah, upon her asking me that, you kind of hear a, "How did they find me?" And
You're doing the
I'm just-
Kermit the Frog, like. "Ah."
yeah. There's a quick, there's an acknowledgement that you're there, Kathleen, but there's a hush little. I don't know how they found me, and I'm still looking like I'm running.
And then I only use part of my movement. Can I use a part of my movement to go back up? Because I'm just like, as long as you're not actively being attacked, I think you'll be okay. And I'll just pop back.
Okay.
Not right there. Pop right there.
Okie doke.
in that space.
Back up to Thornton.
Yeah, but not within range of the goblin attack yet, but just up there.
Thordrin, it's your turn, sir. And
All
that's going
right.
to be followed by the hidden Endymion.
So I got this pesky little goblin right in front of me, so I guess I will take him. I will take care of him, maybe. Yeah, that is going to be a 17 plus 5.
That's a hit.
All right, for okay, for 7 plus 3, so for 10.
Mashed potatoes, goblin form, on ground.
And I believe that's all I can do since I don't have any bonus actions at the moment. Because I
You
am
can
trying
move.
to. I
move.
suppose I could. But most of the stuff I do is like range, so I don't know. I would. That's not the right one. There you go.
You've got a goblin prone asleep. You've got a goblin prone awake with a hobgoblin on top of him and a hobgoblin in front of the eastern direction of
I'll just step over here by Sabrina and kind of try to provide
Okay.
a body buffer for her.
Okay. Endymion, you are currently seemingly invisible, but you see a goblin running around the corner.
I will shoot the one that just ran around the corner.
Ready, shoot.
He's I'm seen by him, or he sees me.
He did not see you. He rolled a dirty 20, but did not see you.
All right,
You
so
rolled a
it's
25, or you had a 25.
That'd be with advantage then, the shot.
Doesn't matter to me.
All right. Oh, good. Dirty 20 to hit. And it will be 9 damage.
Brian, 0. Don't worry about it. These guys are just gobos.
All right.
Arrow.
Yes. Yes, and then I will. I'll just attempt to hide again. Same place. Oh, not 20, 27. First stealth.
27?
Yeah, it was a nat 20 plus 7. And that is my turn.
I want your guys' dice just for one moment.
You
Just
don't want
one. Just one. Endymion. Oh, good. It's my turn. And it is, let's see here. That guy's going to go there. This guy says F you.
Hey, is that an opportunity attack?
Hold on there, Tiger.
There.
That guy gets up and moves half of his distance. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to move them all 4, 5, 6. Really quick.
Your solid exclamation point sound effects.
Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Yeah. Let's do this. These guys seeing the carnage say fuck you, but these guys are already out there. Give me one attack on the goblin only, Shanoa.
Well, technically, he's still within, so he never left my square, so I wouldn't get it.
No.
So.
But he was kind of getting up. You can get a swipe at him, dude. That's fine.
Okay.
The gobbo.
Prone doesn't exactly trigger opportunity attacks.
He just kind of
he has discretion.
15.
15 on that guy. Let me just double check for you because I'm pretty sure it was a. Whoops, my bad. Yep, that's a hit.
Two-handed, 11 damage.
Yeah, and that guy drops down to the ground in front of your brother. So now we have the attacks. We're going to go left to right. So first attack on Sabrina is an 18. So that should be, yep, that's a hit. And within 5 feet. So we're going to do it like this. Because we can. That's going to be D8 from 8, 9. Yeah. So that was two-handed. So that is 9 points of damage. And then we're within 5 feet of an ally that's not incapacitated. 9. So that is a total of 16 damage to Sabrina.
Then I'm dead.
Oh,
You drop unconscious. So
I have 14 hit points and 16. That's 2 points over.
Right, but you're not
Good.
dead.
Okay, you're not
You're
dead
okay.
unless
You're
you
taking-
double your max.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the math would have been if you had taken 28 points of damage there, then you would have
Yeah.
been dead.
So
You're still with us.
Yep, you're still savable.
Welcome
And
to
I'm
the
just-
Downed Club.
Yay, join the down club. I'm gonna mark you in green so I remember. And then this guy's gonna take a swipe at Shanoa for an 18, 19, 20, 21.
That hits.
Yeah, that one. And they're gonna do the same thing. So it's two-handed. That's 8, 9. That's the same thing. 16 points of damage on Shanoa. And then Shanoa, you're up.
All right.
And that's another turn of sleep for this guy. He's just like,
He's got his Wooby.
So, okay. First attack on the goblin that dropped Sabrina. So,
Get him. Nobody touches our girl.
fuck. 10 misses, I assume.
yes.
And then burning action surge to swing again. Seeing her go down. 12.
To hit? Nope.
No, because I used the bonus action to do action surge, so I wouldn't get a second bonus action. So never mind.
Okay. Sabrina, I want you to roll a d20 for me and send it to me in the do it on your don't do it on the computer. Just roll it out of hand, and I want you to send it to me in the DM.
Come on, Brina, you can get a 20.
Malukes.
As a bit of a fair warning, it looks like Kithwin's computer has just blue screen, so she'll be right back.
Okay.
No worries. But as Maluk stops, turns, and looks in all sorts of different directions, I am going to roll perception for a certain Heidi boy. But it doesn't matter because I can't make it 27.
Yeah, you can't.
So-
Even if you roll a 20, you wouldn't see him.
Yeah, that's true. So I just sit there and go, are they? And thankfully, because I can't see him, I do look up and see everyone tussling with those goblinoids, and that one hobgoblin causing everyone trouble. I'm going to splurge my last possible use of Tides of Chaos on this one. It doesn't matter what happens out, and just firebolt.
The one that took down Sabrina?
Yes. As I see Sabrina go down, I just kind of yell, and let's see here. 19 on the die for a 27 to hit.
That hits.
And that is that's gonna be 3 points of fire damage to that guy.
3. Okay.
3. Yep.
Okay.
That's a cantrip.
That's fine. We got this.
But as I'm sitting there clutching at my chest, I kind of take a few breaths and it's fine. They're not here. They're not here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I just kind of like start talking to myself, muttering quietly.
Or you don't have to roll on that one?
No, it's only for leveled spells.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yep, cantrips cannot surge.
I didn't realize that was a cantrip. I was just wanting to look and see what you did, but that's fine.
I'm fully out of stuff.
All right. Again, all you guys hear is a bunch of activity inside, doors locking, doors opening, things being shuffled around. Kithwin, you are up.
Give her just a second. Apparently she can hear it. She just needs to be added back in.
Add her back in. Whoa.
She's sitting there screaming, "Let me in!"
Where am I at? Can we reshuffle this screen?
No, I'm the DM now.
You all, yeah, because you're rolling like I am. So
Yeah, me and you can switch.
Well, can you guys hear her? Okay.
There.
I could like just barely hear her.
Okay, so what did I miss?
Sabrina went down, had to roll a death saving throw. Maluk's did some damage to the hobgoblin that hit Sabrina and took Sabrina out.
And Shanoa's not looking very good.
Yeah, and Shanoa is definitely not looking good and just like swinging wildly in the air.
So, I'm going to, seeing my friend's not doing so well, I'm going to reach back, grab my quarterstaff, and be like, all right, it's fucking go time. Run up to the hobgoblin that hit Brina and just be like, how fucking dare you? She's a lady. And I'm going to hit him with the quarterstaff. Okay. Oh, no. Well, that's an 8.
Oh, man.
See, this is why I usually don't use the quarterstaff, because this is how the quarterstaff rolls.
Fuck you, quarterstaff.
It's okay. You just got to hit things. When you hit things, cool shit happens.
However, I still have a bonus action, so I can switch back to okay, so with the quarterstaff, can I hit and then go to one hand to punch? What is your ruling on switching between the two?
That's how monks work, yes.
Yeah?
It is. Here's what I prefer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling me that your action attack is two-handed, right? We might talk about how that other bonus action would happen.
That's what I'm asking, because I still technically get to hit on a bonus action.
Yeah, I don't care. But keep in mind, you can kick.
I was gonna say kick.
I can kick. Okay, so it's just flavoring.
Two-handed, you said I'm going to kick him.
Okay.
Yeah, two-handed, kick him, then that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. I've never played monk before. So I'm gonna. She's gonna kind of do a spin and try and kick him in the face.
Okay.
For my bonus action. 20.
That's a hit.
Okay. Damage.
Anything more than 8.
That's a 9.
That guy's gone too.
Okay.
It's folded like an omelet.
And then I have some movement. Would it be difficult terrain to get around to the goblin? Or get over the sleeping goblin?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I know the DC. If you fail your dexterity saving throw, you're going to
step on him and he wakes up.
Other goblin awake.
That's fair.
Yeah, if not, you kind of jump over him and make it.
That's a natural 20. So that's a 26.
Yeah. So you're like, watch this, kind of
Do like a
parkour
flip.
off the wall,
parkour.
and then land
Just
next
so
to
that
the
I
guy.
can be right next to him, so I can be helping Shanoa out with whatever's going on.
Okay.
My natural
We'll
death.
put you right there.
I wish I had another key, but I don't. So that'll be it. That'll be the end.
Well, if you would have made contact with your
I
bow
know.
staff, you would have had
It's
a
okay.
chance.
I'm gonna keep using the staff, okay? Even though the dice aren't as good as when I punch, I will keep using the quarterstaff.
It'll pay off, I promise.
Okay.
We go back
No
to the
worries.
top with Thordrin. Thordrin,
Okay.
you seemingly have a sleeping goblin and a hobgoblin that has not taken any damage, that is flanked out by Shanoa and Kithwin, but that won't give you any advantage.
So, seeing this guy just laid a walloping on my sister, I will kind of come in and try to like push her aside. Can I do that?
As an action, or a bonus
fuck
action,
that.
as an action.
Okay,
So
then
give me
I
a
will,
dexterity saving throw.
I will try to hop over this guy as well then. Okay, that is a 13 plus 3.
16 makes it.
Okay.
I just labeled it a 15 just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
And you land it. It wasn't graceful. It didn't look anything like
No.
Kithwin's miraculous spin and twist in the air. But you have an attack, sir.
But I turn to the hobgoblin, and you, Kithwin and Shanoa, see like kind of that craze in Thordrin's eyes as he just like grabs this hobgoblin like by the throat and utters an incantation, and that is a 17 plus 7 to hit. As I cast inflict wounds on this guy.
Okay.
For 28 points of damage.
Okay. He dead.
So I'm just sitting there holding his lifeless corpse.
Yes, you are. I would like for Shanoa, what are you doing?
Question: if I burn second wind, do I get the full hit points on it? It's out of combat.
We're not out of combat technically.
If
just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there.
If I stab the sleeping goblin, is that an automatic crit?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I just plunge the sword in it.
Okay. He's dead.
Okay.
I mean, you do have to roll to hit, but it's with advantage.
Yeah, you can. Well, that's true with yours.
Don't say that. I'm gonna fucking miss.
Roll with advantage. I'm
You got
sorry.
it.
I gotta be fair.
Even though he's enjoying being a player, luckily is still a DM at heart.
You missed twice. How did you miss?
If the goblin's asleep, it probably doesn't get the dex bonus to their AC. So what's their AC without the dex?
You rolled an
bonus?
8.
I rolled a nat 1, or I rolled a nat 1 and a fucking 10.
Oh, I did. Where did the 8 come from?
Because of the +7 from my to hit.
Oh my god.
Okay,
god awful tonight.
I'm sorry.
Let's just do this.
Help action?
You can pee on it.
He's dead. You pee on him, he's dead. Sabrina,
He had a heart attack. It's fine.
I'm counting that as a kill.
Still only counts as one.
Hey, there was no flash of light when this happened. It just happened.
The god felt sorry for me.
They're like, oh, just kill it. Just scoop it off the shelf. Sabrina, I need you to make a death saving throw, please. Just to roll me a d20. Send me the result in the DM.
Are we still in combat?
I really hope she hasn't rolled in that one.
And then send me the roll in the
Charles
DM.
has his hand up.
Yeah, I was just saying. That was next after Thordran.
Oh
right?
shit! I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. But go ahead and send me that roll anyway. Endymion, what would you like to do? I forgot you were hidden.
You were hidden so well, I forgot about it.
Yeah, because I was gonna go up, move this way, and then they had gotten me the healer's kick, and I just dropped my bow and spend the action.
With it?
You don't need to for the healer's kick.
I
You expend an action, isn't it? It's right here.
That's why it's more expensive.
0. So she's at 0.
This kit is a leather pouch containing bandage style. This kit has 10 uses. As an action, you can expend one of the kits to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a wisdom medicine check.
She's at 0. Yeah. She's
Yeah.
at 0 hit points, laying on the ground in front of you. So what we're gonna do is Sabrina's lying on the ground. Endymion comes flying up the stairs. More action takes place in the doorway. People are getting popped left and right. This is literally, not figuratively, and smashed, and just the worst carnage at this door site right now, with piles of hobgoblins and goblins just kind of almost barricading the door. There's so many of them that you've slain at this door site. You hear the interior of this castle, where you're hearing doors open, slam shut. You're hearing fortified, Sabrina would not hear this, but Thordran would hear this. Fortify those doors. There's too many of them. Just get it over there. And just all this ruckus and yelling. As this is occurring, what did you want, Thordran?
What's the king's name again that Glimmer said was here?
The
Roll.
Tusk or the other guy? Oh,
No, it's King
Tusk
Ol-
Goblin.
King Girl.
Rolls the bugbear.
Grohl.
It's Grohl. Grol.
Is his first name David? I'm just
So
so like as I'm hearing this fortify the door, you guys will just hear Thordran shouting something in Goblin, as I will just be sitting here. Grohl! I come for my kin. Give them to me, and you might walk away from this. Make me earn it, and I'll take your head.
All you hear is the fucking deep, deep, deep chuckling and laughter of multiple goblinoids.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. Not today. Fuck nuts.
Your head will decorate my mantle.
Then come and get me. And I'll see you next week, along with the rest of the cast and crew.
I hope he doesn't decide to kill Rendren
unconscious.
just because.
That was a
a
good
little
one.
bit deeper.
We may need a tactical retreat for a short rest, guys.
Yeah, I second that.
Well, they're fortifying, so that's okay.
So next week we have Endymion. Charles is going to do our recap. Should be pretty easy. Keep in mind you have two sleeping goblins out in the woods that are bound. I will get a roll for that next week if I remember. Yes, ma'am.
So they're gonna wake me up for in the next one.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
He's right there. Look at this thing.
Dude, I think it did.
0 hit points is not the same as sleep. We gotta get you healed up.
Yeah, it basically makes. I think it keeps you from
You're not
You're
bleeding
not
out.
rolling any death saving throws anymore.
I was gonna say all it does is stabilize you and make it so that you don't.
Yeah, so you're not rolling death saving throws anymore.
You're in a coma.
Yeah,
I
you're
guess you would say.
you're fine. You have your party, your friends around you. There is an opportunity if you want to, and I would save it for next week to do exactly what Maluk's was saying. Maybe get back in the forest for a minute, take a breath, maybe have Endymion watch out for a while to see if he can see any activity or movement. Other than that, again, we're going to close this off for this week. I hope you all have enjoyed this. We've got a short ways to go. And then I think this is a great place to stop because next week it should be relatively short. And then we have some absolutely exciting kind of one-on-one things that are going to occur for a few individuals. So that might marry just perfect instead of taking up an entire episode of doing that. Anybody got anything? No.
Well, this is normally when we do the what's going on in the Nexus and stuff. So I will say for anybody coming back to watch this later, unfortunately, Age of the Forsaken is kind of on an indefinite hiatus because KJ and Matt both had to back out because their work schedules changed. We're very sad about it, but we figure that's now 3 of the original 6 that got hit with. So we're going to just put that one on the back burner until who knows when. Maybe forever. I don't know. But whether it is this coming Monday or the following Monday, because I am filled with a whole bunch of ideas, we are going to be coming back with a new campaign in which I have tentatively called it Uprising, which should be fun. There's a specific video game that I'm a very big fan of that those of you you may very well be able to recognize it right away. Because I'm being pretty blatant about my muse for it. So, but I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to let you guys figure it out. But either way, that's going to be fun. You're going to see Ken is going to be in that one. Patrick is in that one. Lily is in that one. And Malukes, luckily, is coming into that one full time too. So that's kind of fun. I'm really stoked to have him as a player because he is just so awesome. It's been so much fun watching him come out of his shell here, so I'm really excited to see it.
Well, shit, do you guys need a healer?
I mean, shit, if you're down.
Yeah. We do need a healer.
You do need healer? I'll be a cleric. I'll be a cleric for you guys.
Lily switched to cleric, but...
Okay.
That's fine.
Do you need anything else?
If you want to come in, I will roll with 7. I am good with it. I will get you the invite.
We need a fighter or a cleric or a rogue.
No, I just said Lily switched to rogue.
Lily's a rogue now.
You know what?
We went from 3 potential rogues to 1.
I know. We had 3 rogues. That was awesome.
Yeah. But either way,
are you playing,
we'll pick this. Hold up. We'll pick this up in a minute. Well, apparently now Pandora's coming too, so that'll be a good time. I'm really stoked about it. We will see you then. But for tonight, that is all I got. Ken, you good?
I'm good.
Pandora, good. Patrick, good. Lily, you good? You good? Charles is good. Joshua?
What?
Good.
You murderer!
Murderer! All
Why
right.
do people keep exploding around me?
All right,
It's my first
everybody at
kills.
home, thank you guys for
I have
watching.
trauma now.
We will see you and our trauma bonding next week. Thank you for watching. Have a good night, everybody.